Cahokia, Indian, again, I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm by my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play no sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the freshmen, sophomores,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. Week number 8 of the high school football season is upon us, and week number 8 finds your Collinsville Kahawks returning home to Kahok Stadium, where they are going to take on the Comanches of Cahokia High School. And once again, a very good evening, everyone. My name is Todd Duke. Glad that you are with us here on another Friday night for football here on the Kahok Sports Network, and welcome in to the pregame show brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. Owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey, who will be up here in a little while, putting on the other microphone. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives, all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. They're located at 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. You can give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. I was trying to draw that out as long as I could because I'm paying attention to what's going on at midfield for the coin toss, but they're a little bit delayed, so I've got that Chiropractic Works promo line down there pretty much memorized, so it didn't have to take my eyes off of the field there too much except for the phone number. But looks like the coin has been flipped. Now we're just going to have to wait for the call, but I'm kind of giving play-by-play of the coin toss here, and it's taking a little longer than I thought it was going to take, so we'll get on with it. Collinsville comes into this contest with a record of 4-3. They are coached by their third-year head coach, Colton Rhodes, and he has a record of 21-7. Cahokia, they also come in with a record of 4-3. Orlando Gooden is their head coach. He is also in his third year, and he comes in with an overall record of 13-13. Collinsville coming off a big win last week on the road at Marion, a 57-0 whitewashing of the Wildcats, and the performance there was dominant on both sides of the ball. Can you tell I'm trying to drag this out a little bit more? I'm not even reading from my script right now. I saw him do the coin toss, and I'm like, I'm going to try to drag this out a little bit more, but, man, I didn't know a coin toss took so long. All right, now we're going to get it figured out. So it looks like Cahokia won. They have deferred, so Collinsville will get the ball first. All right, so the Cahoks coming off a complete dominating performance of the Marion Wildcats. Both sides of the ball ruined senior night and homecoming night on the Wildcats field at Marion. Again, that score was 57-0. The offense piled up 517 yards of total offense with 6 first-half touchdowns, 8 overall. 360 of those total yards came from the passing game alone. The defense had a game for the ages, holding Marion to a total of 2 first downs in the game, both of those in the first half. The Cahoks D only allowed 10 total rushing yards and 10 total passing yards, 24 total rushing yards for a total of just 34 yards gained by the Wildcats. Collinsville senior quarterback Darren Purnell accounted for 4 of those 6 first-half touchdowns, 2 rushing, 2 passing. Kicker Nick Shantz hit all 7 of his PATs, and he is now 26 of 28 on point after attempts on the year. Collinsville has outscored their last 3 opponents 138-38, even though one of those games was a loss. 2 of the last 3 have been shutouts, 54-0 against Granite City and that 57-0 win against Marion. You add those 2 scores together, and that's 2 teams Collinsville manhandled to the tune of 111-0. The Comanches hit Cahokia Stadium on a 3-game win streak that started with a 14-0 win against Marion on September the 22nd. Cahokia followed that win up with another road win of 36-28 at Mount Vernon in week number 6 before returning home last week with a 34-8 thumping of Centralia. The only true loss for Cahokia so far in the year was a 47-6 loss at home to the 8A state-ranked Edwardsville Tigers. Cahokia had a 54-14 lead over Granite City in week 3 before that bench-clearing fight broke out with just over 3 minutes left in the game. That game was declared a double forfeit since all players from both teams were ejected and no one was left to complete the game. So both schools had to forfeit that game, and then both schools had to forfeit their next games for punishment for that game. So that cost Cahokia 2 more games, cost Cahokia a loss in week number 4 in a game that was supposed to take place at Carbondale. So that's why Cahokia comes in at 4-3 with only one true loss, really. All right, had a chance just a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville head football coach Colton Rhodes, and we will pass that conversation on to you next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues right here on the Kahok Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Sofwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Harold Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Harold Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldharoldbrewing.com. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
The OrthoGold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue, new injuries per se. Also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Back at home at Kahok Stadium for week number 8 of the high school football season, and it should be a good one. 2, 4, and 3 teams going at it, trying to get that last win to be eligible for the playoffs as your Collinsville Cahoks get ready to host the Comanches of Cahokia High School. And joining us now is third-year Collinsville Cahock football coach Colton Rhodes. Colton, let's go back to last week because that was a lot of fun. I want to talk about that, man. 57-0 win at Marion on their senior night, on their homecoming night. And let's start with the defense, man. You guys only allowed them 2 first downs. Both of them came in the first half. You only allowed them 10 passing yards and 24 rushing yards for a total of 34 yards in one game. I've never seen a defense do that to a team before.
Yeah, I'm not sure it really came to fruition there Friday night, and I'm just happy that they are buying into what our coaches are telling them to do on defense and performing to that kind of level. Now we've got a good standard to set, and I don't see us slowing down at all there on the defensive end.
All right, let's talk about the offense then, man. That was quite a show there in the first half. 6 touchdowns in the first half, 3 in each quarter. So touch on your offense.
Yeah, offense was great. Darren really did a great job there at quarterback. I think he had 4 incompletions and 300 yards passing all in the first half. So, he did a great job. Our line did an even better job. I know we were banged up without Tommy, but the line really stepped up. We kind of challenged them, and they stepped up and proved it. We ran the ball well. We protected well. We gave up 1 sack, which is, you only giving up 1 sack. We'll take that. And, we put up 49 points or whatever it was in the first half on the board. You can't ask for anything better than that.
I don't want to take anything away from Marion, but it seemed to me that did you sit back at some point in the game and go, man, this is like way easy?
I don't know if we were thinking it was way easy, but I just kept, as we started to kind of get rolling there in the first quarter, I think it was like 21-0. I just looked at my assistant coaches and said, hey, we're going to turbo clock them. Let's get this thing rolling. We're doing it. Let's not let off the gas at all. And I think our kids kind of fed off that energy, and they just continue to execute. And that's the type of things that we've wanted to do all year long. It just kind of took us to week 7 to finally get everything clicking all at the same time. So, better late than never, and hopefully they kind of stay that way for the rest of the season.
Well, even late in the game, I mentioned the only 2 first downs in the game for Marion came in the first half. By the second half, you guys were shuffling in and out subs and everything, and you still didn't give them any first downs. So a testament to your backups as well.
Yeah, the young guys came in and performed outstanding even on offense. They went down and scored a touchdown, too, on offense. So being able to see that type of success from the varsity guys and their backups, the second-string guys coming in and doing their work, too, just really shows how hard we worked last week as an entire program and how prepared we were. So hats off to the kids being that type of ready and executing that way.
Hats off to Mr. Darren Pennell again. 303 yards passing, 55 more rushing. He got counted for 4 of those 6 touchdowns in the first half. But I want to talk about a quote that was in the Southern Illinois, and the newspaper down there the next day talked to him, and he said, touchdowns are great, but I couldn't do anything on the field without the other 10 guys around me. So that to me just seems like selfishness by Mr. Pennell.
Yeah, it exudes leadership, and that's the type of kid he's always been, whether it was when he started that first game as a sophomore 2 years ago to where he is now. Now he's a bit more of a vocal leader, being a senior and being the quarterback, and yeah, he does everything the right way. He really makes the whole Kahok football program proud of his actions, especially me. And then he kind of brings everybody with him on his back, and they kind of take after his ways when he says things like that. Definitely makes me want to be able to play with him and coach him.
Well, I mean, he had a phenomenal game. Did he ever come up to you and just tell you, "Hey, coach, I'm on fire today, man. I can't do anything wrong"?
I don't think he told me that, but I definitely told him that. So, no, I mean, I'm extremely happy for him coming into the year, not being ready to be quarterback, in the summer started, and then turning into it, and then putting up the numbers he has and leading our team to 4 wins so far and keeping it close in those other 3 losses for the most part. He's done a great job.
Amari Rogers' parrot missed the game last week. He had to be held out for concussion reasons. And KJ Thorpe's Watt, man, he capitalized on the absence of his buddy over there. 174 yards he caught through the air.
Yeah, I know 82 came on that one big one. He did a great job on that, and everybody helped him out blocking. And then he just made some plays. And when you get the ball to him and he's able to catch it and do something with it with his feet afterwards, defenses are usually in trouble. When he gets those long legs moving, he's tough to slow down and stop. And when you leave him out on the outside one-on-one, we like our chances throwing the ball to him too.
Guys had 19 first downs in that game. I don't think I've ever seen anybody get close to 20 first downs in one game.
No, I mean, like I said, we were just clicking, and it wasn't just, one play drives. We were stringing together 8, 10 play drives, and I mean, there was a couple 1 play drives there too. But when your offense is just humming like that, it's good to see. That was a really fun game after a 2-hour road trip and a nice 2-hour road trip home, celebrating and just being happy to get above 500 again.
I don't want to be Debbie Downer here or anything, but 10 penalties last week. Half of those, I think, were procedural penalties, false starts and illegal shifts and things like that. Those are kind of easy fixes, though, aren't they?
Yeah, we should have gotten those fixed this week. We're just starting our snap count too early. We're not getting set and before we snap the ball. So hopefully we can kind of calm our nerves a little bit and slow it down just a little bit more and fix those penalties. So I'm not too worried about those. I think we've got that kind of fixed, and then hopefully those, during the play penalties come down a little bit this week too.
All right, let's talk about Cahokia, your opponent tonight. Let's talk about defensively because they seem to be pretty sound on the defensive side of the ball. 12 quarterback sacks by 1 guy and 27 as a team. So what do you know and like about their defense?
So the defense, they will definitely they like to bring 4, and then when we bring in Devin Habram, we'll line up 5 guys on the line. I'm expecting tonight and bring all 5 of them, just to kind of try and slow us down and get some pressure. And they're fast everywhere. Defensive line, linebackers, and secondary, they're all fast, so they fly to the ball really well. And we're just hoping that we can kind of capitalize on them being so aggressive and try and take some deep shots when we can when they're being overly aggressive, and try and trick them up a little bit there for their defense.
Offensively, they seem to kind of live with the ground game.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the talking points this week. We talked to the kids. If we can slow down their run game, we'll be able to really slow them down. And if we can make them try and beat us through the air, because through the air they like to either throw screens, and they'll throw it deep, or they'll run a little play-action rollout pass. Those are about basically their 3 pass plays. They do them well, but if we can limit them on the ground and turn them into an offense that has to pass, they're gonna not be as successful as they are when they can really run it down your throat.
All right, what are we going to see out of the Cahoks? What's the game plan? How do you get out of here with a win tonight?
Game plan, we're going to try and get up early. That's the goal, is get up early and just keep going, just kind of like we did at Marion. I'm not expecting it to be 57-0 or whatever, but I'm hoping we can get up early and get Cahokia down on themselves, and then we're just going to keep playing our game and just continue to make Kahok Nation proud of our football team.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Colton Rhodes, your Collinsville Kahok football coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll throw some starters your way. We have some stats, too. All that and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Shockwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. and I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It's just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time, and honestly I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the Ortho Gold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
And once again, we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium. My name is Todd Duke. Dr. Chris McCluskey will be along momentarily. Zach Roseman operating the camera for us tonight. I noticed, there's that glitching that was going on there for a little while. Well, I was plugged up to the hard line, and my plan was to go to the huddle camera because when I tested it out earlier, everything seemed to work fine. But just about the time I started that interview with Coach Rhodes, things started to glitch. So I unplugged the hard line, fired up the hotspot, and had to work on the camera for a little bit, but we got it working, so we should be good to go. As we mentioned earlier, Cahokia won the coin toss, and they have elected to defer, so Collinsville will get the ball first, and when they do, here are your offensive starters. Quarterback number 5, Darren Pinnell, 6'1", 175-pound senior. Running back Ryan McIntyre. He wears number 2. He stands at 5'9", 170-pound senior. 3 wide receiver set. Amari Rogers-Parrott, after missing last week with a concussion problems. Number 14's back in there this week. 5'11", 180-pound junior. Chase Reynolds, number 1 on his jersey. 5'11", 170-pound junior. The other wide receiver is a senior. That'd be Isaiah Gordon, and he wears number 20. Our featured Friday football throwback on the Kahok Network Facebook page. Isaiah stands at 5'10", 160 pounds. Your tight end is Devin Habermill. The 6'2", 230-pound junior wears number 9 on his jersey. And then your lineman, your left tackle, number 78, Caden Hearn, 6 foot, 265-pound junior. Your left guard is number 66, Edwin Kircher. He is a 5'11", 210-pound senior. Your center is Corey Patton, a 5'10", 215-pound senior. Zach Howe replaces Thomas Kohler, who is out for the year after injuring himself a couple of weeks ago. Zach wears number 51. He is 5'11", 210-pound junior. And Jack Shepard is the right tackle. He is number 59, 6 foot, 250-pound junior. Paying attention to the Cahokia defense before we get things going here, man. I think I kind of shook my head at some of these numbers because they are just crazy. Isaac Phipps, who is number 13 in the program. He is a defensive end, middle linebacker, 6'1", 200-pound junior. Already has 12 sacks on the year. And the defense for Cahokia has accounted for 27 sacks in 6 games. Remember, they didn't get to play one full game and missed the last 3 minutes of that game against Granite City. So just in 6 games, 27 sacks. They have recovered 7 fumbles, has the Comanches defense, and they have intercepted the ball 10 times. So something to watch out for as this game progresses, and we'll definitely have to keep our eye out for number 13, Isaac Phipps. One more break coming your way, and when we come back, we'll throw some of Collinsville's offensive numbers your way as they'll get the ball first when Cahokia kicks off right after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking. Providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pit master. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces that support our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop by and see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time World Championship Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com. 618-855-8855. Once again, welcome back to Kahok Stadium. Todd Duke and Dr. Chris McCluskey making his way up the steps right now. Zach Roseman operating the camera for us tonight. Zach, by the way, will be here tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. A little JV football action as your Collinsville JV team gets ready to take on the JV squad from O'Fallon. And the O'Fallon Panthers coming to town tomorrow morning. He and Austin King, maybe Josh Roseman as well, will have the call for you tomorrow morning on the Kahok Broadcasting Club Student Network. It'll be Collinsville taking on O'Fallon. Ready for kickoff for Cahokia is Peter Baxton. He has 4 kickoffs on the year, 178 yards. He averages about 44.5 on the kickoffs. And back deep for Collinsville, you have Amari Rogers-Parrott. And you have Ryan McIntyre as we say hello to Dr. Chris McCluskey. How are you, Doc?
Hey, thanks for having us again, Todd. Got caught up in a little traffic, but now we're here. We're ready to roll, baby.
Traffic in Collinsville?
Yeah, there
Really?
was a wreck.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have
Yeah,
a couple
that's all good.
We have a couple of storms around too. We have one that's just to the south of St. Louis, and one that's affecting the football game up in Alton. They're probably getting a late start, but there's a split, and we're right in the middle of that split. So hopefully we will be rain-free. Not really worried about the rain as I am the lightning.
Been watching that all day.
I know.
And of course, lightning, yes, but as far as weather, K-Hawks need to be able to throw the ball tonight.
Very true. All right, here we go. Collinsville gets the ball 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Darren Pinnell in shotgun. 2 wide receivers on the near, and that's Rogers Parrott that heads over to the far side, but the handoff is going to go up the middle to Ryan McIntyre, and he'll make it to the 35-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 36, so it'll be a gain of 3 on the play, and that is how we get underway.
Yeah, nice tackle by number 6, Kendrick Williams out of Cahokia. Cutting McIntyre short, but we still got 3 yards on the play, so not a bad way to start the game.
Pinnell on the year, 101 completions out of 168 tries, 1,479 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. Empty backfield as McIntyre goes out and takes the ball in the flat, gets rid of 1 tackler, and gets some positive yardage, about another 3 yards. So Collinsville's looking at a 3rd and about 4 to go to get a first down.
Yeah, nice block out there by the wideout, Isaiah Gordon, number 20, because McIntyre would have been stopped in the backfield. Gordon makes a nice block, and McIntyre gets positive yards on the play.
Keep your eye on number 13. He's out there on that 4-man front on the far side. That is Isaac Phipps, 12 quarterback sacks on the year for the young man in 6 games. Pinnell in shotgun.
Quite a stat line, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Pinnell in shotgun once again, and he's going to hand the ball off to McIntyre. McIntyre is going to meet resistance right at the line of scrimmage, barrels his way forward. Looks like Collinsville is going to be about a yard short, so it's going to bring up a 4th down and 1. And it looks to me right now that Collinsville is going to go for it.
I was just getting ready to say, this makes me nervous, but I know exactly what Colton Rhodes is going to do on 4th and 1.
Oh, yeah.
Without a doubt.
I would not be surprised if number 5 kept it himself.
So let's rely on our front 5 here, right, Todd?
Yeah. Pinnell on the ground this year, 61 carries, 427 yards, and 6 touchdowns. McIntyre, his running back, 57 carries for 291 yards, also with 6 touchdowns. And right now, Pinnell is going to go under center. And here's the snap, and looked like the snap was dropped, and it looks like forward progress may be just enough to give him that first down.
Fumbled snap, but Pinnell was still moving forward when they blew it dead, it looked like to me, and they're going to mark it short. Wow.
Well, no, they're not. They're going to give him the first down.
Whoa, wait a minute. That ball is not marked at a first down. There's confusion.
Yeah, they
wind the clock.
They've already made their minds up, so we'll take it. Fresh set of downs for Collinsville. 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. We're just underway here in this opening quarter. Pinnell in shotgun once again. 2 wide receivers over here on the near. For the first time, Pinnell looks like he was going to throw. He does on the run. Oh, what a catch and what a hit as Gordon comes up with the ball. And number 20 took out number 20, Kendall Williams, with a big hit. Got to credit Gordon for holding on to that ball.
I was going to say the thing. Credit Kendrick Williams or Kendall Williams with a great big hit, and credit Isaiah Gordon for hanging on to that football, Mike. And, he's been playing so well the last couple weeks.
Well, I got enough for a first down, so the second time that we moved the change. 3 wide receivers on the left side, 1 over here on this near side. Here's the snap, throw into the flats to Amari Rogers Parrott, puts on a move, and you'll pick up about 5 yards on the play. In Collinsville, methodically moving the ball upfield on this first drive.
Yeah, Collinsville's front 5's doing a great job of controlling the line of scrimmage right now. Credit Cahokia's secondary for really closing the gap once we get the ball in space and preventing the big play.
KJ Thorpe's Watt, after that big 174-yard last week that he had, leads the team now in yards with 463, 23 catches and 4 touchdowns. Amari Rogers Parrott missed last week due to concussion systems. He leads the team in the wide receiver category with touchdowns with 5. Here's a throw, and Gordon dropped that one. Maybe if Kendall Williams would have hit him, he would have held on to it. I don't know. That's just a drop.
Was that Isaiah or was that KJ?
I know. KJ, okay.
I think that might have been KJ. Over the middle, ball hit him in the worst place, right in the hands.
We've had a couple of those drop passes this year from KJ, but he usually rectifies himself and gets back in the program. He will line up over here on the near side. In the slot is Amari Rogers Parrott. Chase Reynolds next to him. On the far side is Isaiah Gordon. Here's the snap, and it's going to be a keeper by Pinnell. Pinnell bullies his way up front. Looks like he might have enough for a first down. Needed to get to the 35-yard line, but a fumble. and Cahokia recovered it. So there goes that first drive by Collinsville.
Well, credit Pinelli, got hit in the backfield, and he, like you said, he bowled his way to a first down. But I guess I didn't see what happened, but I'm assuming a Cahokia back just punched the ball loose, and that's the first turnover of the game. Cahokia comes back the other way.
Well, we'll see what Cahokia has in store as they bring out their quarterback, Zion Taylor. 46 of 93 on the year, 860 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. Their leading rusher this year is Coriante Midget, 59 carries, 389 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And Taylor himself has 3 touchdowns on 148 yards and 36 carries. So they will run the ball a lot as they bunch up that line of scrimmage, and under center is Taylor. Here's the snap, and the handoff is going to go into the backfield, and taking a big hit was Peter Braxton. They kind of, a little bit of a delay on that handoff there as they kind of missed each other, and that allowed Collinsville to get back there and take out Peter Braxton, who has 82 yards on 11 carries coming into this contest.
Yeah, that was number 8, Darius Williams out of Collinsville with penetration in the backfield. I just noticed, though, Cahokia brings in number 77, Rashad Houston. This guy's 6'4", 336.
That's a big
on
boy.
the line, so you can bet they're going to try to run the ball. But credit Darius for getting in the backfield and causing Cahokia to take a loss.
Loss of 6 on the play, second down and 16 from the 28-yard line. Now Taylor is in shotgun. He takes the snap, and he hands the ball off to Midget. Midget will get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard. That's all. Collinsville defense last week only allowed 2 first downs the whole entire game to Marion, 10 passing yards and 24 rushing yards. Marion only 34 total yards of offense last week.
It was incredible.
That's the defense I want to see here tonight.
Chris Madura and I watched in the car on the phone on the way to Ole Miss for a college visit. But, again, our linebackers, you know, Collinsville makes a habit out of blitzing, right? And their defensive coordinator's doing a great job, and we were in the backfield again. So let's see what Cahokia has on the 3rd and long.
2 wide receivers on either side of this formation. Peter Braxton is their leading receiver with 379 yards, 3 touchdowns on 21 catches. Here's the snap. Taylor back to pass. Now he steps up, throws on the run, and he's got a man open, and that's going to be a first down. And that is somebody that I don't have on my roster. Knew that was going to happen.
That's number 17.
Cortez Rose is his name.
Yeah, so Collinsville blitzed on the strong side, and we just misguessed there and gave the quarterback a little time. Credit him for making a good pass, and Cahokia moves the chains.
First down for the Comanches. So Collinsville has to go back to work. A fresh set of downs here for Cahokia. 6.5 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. No score. Here's a pitch back, and it's going to go nowhere as a swarm of K-Hawks, including Devin Habermill. We're in there on the tackle. Roland Arms, he's in there as well, and I believe that the ball carrier was Stefan Moore.
Yeah, it looks like Collinsville is going with a 3 linebacker set. Again, the down linemen are doing a good job of standing their ground, and our linebackers are just blitzing all day long.
So a loss on the play of a couple of yards. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 12. As Moore will go as a wide receiver over on the far side. He'll be joined in the slot by Hartles Holman. And one lone running back, that would be Midget. He stands right behind the quarterback, Taylor. Taylor in shotgun. Empty side over here on the near side. High snap. They run into each other. Throw downfield is complete. And it's going to be Peter Braxton. And Braxton is going to be pushed out of bounds by Darren Pinnell inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark him down at around the, well, right at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Cahokia had a lot of down linemen, and I think Collinsville was sniff and run, and that was a nice, you know, out of shotgun, it's tough to get rid of the ball that quickly, but Cahokia's quarterback definitely did that. And the receiver got in space, so Cahokia is in business right now.
Well, they are. They have the ball 1st and goal from the 10-yard line as they bring the play in with about 15 seconds left on the play clock. Wide receiver, tight end over here on this side, and 3 wide receivers on the far side. Again, Midget remains the lone running back. Taylor takes the snap and hands it off. Nope, he's going to keep it. Midget tries to go back the other way, and he's going to get wrapped up into the backfield by Zay Norton, and Norton will bring him down. That'll be a loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 11.
The artist formerly known as Isaiah, Mr. Zay Norton in the backfield. And, you know, I'm noticing it's kind of interesting, and I think this is what produced that last play, is that they're in the shotgun formation. Their quarterback's literally 5 yards deep.
Yeah, he is.
Behind the center, which is about as deep as you would ever see. But Collinsville makes a good play here with Cahokia on first down, so that'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 11.
4:40 left to play here in this opening quarter. 2nd down and goal from the 11-yard line for the Comanches. And now Taylor will operate under center with 2 running backs behind him. He's going to hand the ball off, and he's going to go up the middle is Midget, and Midget will get back a couple of those yards. It'll bring up a 3rd and goal from the 9-yard line.
Yeah, Cahokia went with a real tight formation. They tried to go with a lead blocker, but Collinsville's line and linebackers doing a great job. It looks like our backs are going to be in single coverage a lot tonight based on what's going on so far. So we'll see if Cahokia tries to do like a run-pass option and try to throw the ball again.
Peter Braxton lines up as a wide receiver on the far sideline. He's the only wide receiver in this set right now. 2 running backs right behind Taylor. Taylor takes the snap from under center. He is looking to run. He does so. He's got a little bit of room. He fumbles the ball. Collinsville's got it. Kahawks got the ball inside the 10-yard line. Waiting for the official signal, but it looked to me like nothing but purple jerseys were around there jumping on that ball.
No signal so far.
So
I'm not sure.
Well, they recovered it, they say.
Man,
so
it looked like we had the ball, but Cahokia recovers. Now, there was that run-pass option. Pass was not open. Collinsville's backs did a good job, so that'll put Cahokia at 4th and goal from the
5-yard line.
Woo, baby, this is a big play here, Todd.
Sure is. They have elected not to go for the field goal from up close, so they're going to go for it here on 4th down, knowing that if they miss, Collinsville will have to drive the length of the field. Taylor is in shotgun, no one in the backfield, and there's the snap. Oh, no.
False start?
Yep, false start. Yep, it is.
Yeah, they went with a hard count.
Our side lineman said false start right off the bat.
They went with a hard count, trying to draw us off. Credit Collinsville's defense for staying put, and that'll back Cahokia up.
So instead of 4th and goal from the 5, it'll be 4th and goal from the 10. A little bit different look there for Cahokia now.
Looks like Cahokia will have the ball on the short side of the field.
Wide receiver now lines up over here on this near side. And once again, Taylor has an empty backfield to deal with as he stands on the 15-yard line waiting for the snap. Here it is. He's looking to pass. He's still looking to pass. He lobs up a prayer, and that one's going to be knocked out of bounds. Collinsville will take over possession at their own 10-yard line.
Credit Collinsville's defensive backs. Again, Cahokia not having much luck on the ground, so they go to the air, and the receiver was open. Collinsville's backs close quickly, knocked the ball out of play, and Collinsville takes over on downs.
Yeah, that ball was intended for Stephon Moore in the far corner of the end zone, and you saw the ball heading right to him, and all of a sudden you saw a couple of purple jerseys converge right at the right time.
Man, I'll tell you what, that was a nice defensive stand by Collinsville, and already 2 turnovers in this game. 2 great teams vying for playoff positions, and turnover game might tell the story here.
2:34 left to play here in this opening quarter. And here is Pinnell. He'll dump one over the head of Ryan McIntyre as he was trying that little screen pass, because McIntyre big time had blockers in front of him as Jack Shepard was ready to lead the way, but he actually threw it over Shepard too.
Problem is, on a screenplay, the linemen have to hold their blocks for about 2 seconds, and they held it for about a half second. So Pinnell was under too much pressure and just could not get the ball to McIntyre.
So 2nd down and 10 from the 10-yard line, 2:28. Clock stopped after the incomplete pass. And Collinsville will give it another whirl here. KJ Thorpes-Watt and Amari Rogers-Parrott line up as wide receivers on the near side. Chase Reynolds on the far side. McIntyre, the lone running back. Here's the snap. McIntyre gets the ball, trying to follow his blockers. Got a little bit of room, but stutter step just a little too much, and they closed in on him quickly, and he picked up about 2 on the play.
Man, Collinsville's line did a good job of blocking. McIntyre actually could have bounced it outside, and he had some room, but he tried to follow his blocker, and credit the Cahokia defender. That's number 34. Cornelius Griffin, the 5'11", 192-pound junior, made a great defensive play on that play.
Well, McIntyre ran into his blocker.
He did.
Yeah.
He bounced it wide. We had some room, but it's easy for us to say up here, isn't it?
Sure is. Gained just 1 on the play after the spot, so 3rd down and 9 for Collinsville. They have to get to the 20-yard line. And Rogers-Parrott goes into motion. Pinnell goes back to pass. He's looking. He throws. Far sideline. He's got Rogers-Parrott open, and he just let him just a little too far. And Amari couldn't haul it in.
Oh, baby. Nice ball. Amari had 2 steps on the defensive back, and that, like you said, that ball was just about, I mean, sounds ridiculous. I'll say 2 inches too far,
Yeah,
right?
probably, yeah. Well, Collinsville's going to have to punt now. Ryan McIntyre will stand in his own end zone. And back deep is Peter Braxton. Braxton has handled some kickoff returns, but I didn't find any stats on the punt returns for Cahokia.
I'm almost kicking the ball to the wide side of the field. I wouldn't want to see a run back.
Well, this one's straight up into the air, and it's going to come down, and it hits one of the Kahawks, and that ball is going to be down at the 15-yard line, and Cahokia is going to have a super short field to start their second possession with.
It's going to be every bit of a 5-yard punt, I believe.
Yeah, for sure is.
So must have miskicked it. So
then I think it hit one of the Kahawks that were running upfield. I think it hit him in the heel, and it went the other way.
Oh, boy. Not what we're looking for. However, Collinsville had a nice defensive stand. They're right back where they were just a few minutes ago, and we'll see what they can come up with.
Yeah. They're saying what?
Collinsville ball?
What?
Is there a penalty?
I don't even understand how that would happen.
Cahokia
I
ball.
didn't think so.
Yeah.
You know, if that would have hit a Cahokia player, then we're in business. But it hit a Collinsville player and then rolled, and then Collinsville downed it.
Yeah. A little confusion with the officiating crew. However, the head referee in the white hat doing a good job of making sense out of the chaos and going to explain things. And this is going to be Cahokia with a short field, like you said, on their own 15, 16-yard line? 15 and a half?
Line, yeah. All right, so Zion Taylor goes back to work. He has Coriante Midget as his lone running back. 2 wide receivers on the right side, one over here on the left side. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Midget. Midget escapes a little bit of trouble and gets across the line of scrimmage, and he'll be down at the 11-yard line for a pickup of 4. They can get a first down at the 5. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, Midget hitting the backfield, but credit him for keeping his legs pumping, and he turned that into a positive play for Cahokia.
2nd down and 6. Holman and Braxton line up as wide receivers on the far side. More over here on the near side. Midget, again, the lone running back, and this time Taylor is going to go under center to take the snap. He moved.
Start.
Yep, sure did. And Taylor says something immediately, man. Immediately he went up to number 53, Willie Fair, the 4th, and said, dude, stop moving.
Keep it still, buddy. That's tough, though, when your offense is going shotgun, under center. That's a little tough on the linemen, especially when they're mixing up the snap count. But that's good for Collinsville to erase what Cahokia gained on that last play.
Yep, so now it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 11. So Collinsville is the beneficiary of that call. Taylor under center once again. Here's the snap. He hands the ball off, and up the middle goes the runner, Jamario Holman, and Holman will get back to the original line of scrimmage. There is a flag on the play.
Flag on the play from the near side line judge.
Flag on the play.
Almost think face mask on something like that. He's not given any indication so far, but he definitely threw the flag.
We are down to the final 33 seconds here of this first quarter. And still awaiting the call here from the referee. And here we go. Face mask against Collinsville.
Yeah, boy.
Called on the Kahawks.
That is going to set the ball on the 5-yard line. Looks like there's a little mist falling. I can see it in the lights.
One of the administrators told me there was some weather
there's
headed
some
our
rain.
way.
Yeah, there's a little line of showers getting ready to move through, but I think we're going to miss the brunt of everything. So 3rd down and 1. And Taylor is going to hand the ball off once again, and across the line of scrimmage it goes. So that'll be a first down for Cahokia. So they'll have 4 cracks from inside the 5-yard line to try to get the game's first score.
First down on the play.
Battle of the trenches so far. Kahawks against the Comanches. Looks like they're going to run the timeout. Maybe there's 20 seconds on the clock in the first quarter, 25 on the play clock. Looks like they're going to try to run a play here before time expires.
Well, we've got some time, 11 seconds left on the game clock as Taylor takes the ball and he'll run it up the middle himself, and he will
That'll be a touchdown.
be short of the touchdown, as looks like they're going to down it at about the 1 yard line. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. No score as of yet between Collinsville and Cahokia. Quarter number 2, that will be coming your way after we take a bit of a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Back here at Kahok Stadium, Todd Duke is my name, Dr. Chris McCluskey on the other microphone, Zach Roseman operating the camera for us tonight. It'll be first down and goal for Cahokia after they switch ends of the end zone. What took them so long to get down here? So 1 quarter in the books, no score. Each team has had some chances. Collinsville was moving the ball quite well on their first possession before a fumble on a drive up the middle by Darren Pinnell turned into another Cahokia possession, and they drove all the way down the field, and they couldn't convert on a 4th down play. And then Collinsville went 3 and out, and the punt went a total distance of 5 yards, and that's where Cahokia is right now as they have the ball first and goal from the 1 yard line, and they are trying to get it in for the touchdown. No signal yet. And now the near sideline judge is going to signal touchdown, so Cahokia will take the lead.
Yeah, touchdown for Cahokia. Like you said, the first quarter, Collinsville actually looked good. They just had a couple mishaps. They had a turnover and a drop pass that would have gone for long yardage. So at the end of the day, here we are with 11:53 left in the second quarter. Cahokia goes up 6-0. Don't know if they have a kicker. Looks like some mist is falling, which would favor Cahokia. Collinsville needs to be able to throw the football, but Cahokia is going to, looks like they're going to go for a 2-point conversion.
I would imagine so. I didn't see anything in the stat lines about point-after attempts. So 2 wide receivers over here on the near, one on the far, split backs on either side of Taylor as they go for a 2-point conversion. Here's the snap, and they're going to look to throw, and Taylor's going to get hit. He fumbles the ball. You can't advance a point-after attempt, even if it's a 2-pointer. So Collinsville will hold Cahokia to 6 points instead of 7, so that is not a bad deal there. And Collinsville will get the ball back after we come back from a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Peter Baxton getting ready to kick off, and once again, Ryan McIntyre and Amari Rogers-Parrott are deep as Collinsville trails this one by a score of 6-0 here in the second quarter. A spinning end-over-end kick going to be taken at the 8-yard line by Amari Rogers-Parrott. He comes up, and then got clotheslined as he crossed the 35-yard line, and he'll get down at the 34-yard line. I thought he was going to get a lot farther than that.
Looked like he was going to maybe spring loose, and number 16, Donald Collier, comes in with a huge hit on kickoff coverage. So Collinsville still gets decent field position, but Rogers will be thinking about that one for a little bit.
I'm sure he will. Probably be feeling it for a little bit. All right, Collinsville's first touch here of the ball offensively in this second quarter. They'll send 2 wide receivers onto the right side, one over here on the left side. McIntyre, the lone running back. You got Hammermill in there as a tight end. And in the motion, it's going to be a keeper by Pinnell. He follows his big blockers up front, and he'll pick up some positive yardage. He'll pick up about 4 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, Collinsville keeps the ball on the ground with a little bit of actually quite a bit of rain coming down here. I mean, it's
a steady,
not heavy,
no,
but
it's
it's
a steady drizzle.
And
shouldn't last too long, though.
I think Collinsville's looking to, umbrellas are coming out in the stadium. Collinsville's looking to make a sustained drive, so I like the nice, safe play there.
2nd down and 6 for the Cahawks. Ball on their own 33-yard line. Here's the snap. Handoff is going to go to McIntyre. He tries this side, and a fumble. That ball is going to roll out of bounds, and Collinsville will retain possession of it, but they got to hold on to that ball, man.
Slick football, man. I was telling Darren in the office, I said, I hope you guys all have gloves, and I don't see a lot of gloves out on the field right now. So maybe not a bad idea to glove these kids up, because if you keep coughing up the football, it's tough to win a football game.
Sure is. So 3rd down and 9 after the ball goes out of bounds just 1 yard before the original line of scrimmage. And Collinsville will have to probably throw the ball here, even though that ball is going to be slick. Here is Pinnell. He is going to roll out to his left, looking to throw, gets rid of it, and almost intercepted.
Oh, boy. Darren made probably an ill-advised pass. He threw it right to number 8 for Cahokia.
See, we just missed the split.
Yeah, it looks like it's south of us, the heavy stuff, which is nice. But we need this to move through, dry everything up, so we can go back to our air attack.
Yeah, we do. All right, 4th down, and McIntyre back to punt one more time. And back deep is Peter Baxton. Oh, now it's coming down a little bit harder.
Up
yeah.
Now.
And another bad kick. That one spins, and it's going to go farther than 5 yards this time, though.
Woo, boy. Slick rock out there, Todd.
Sure is.
Slick rock. We need to get some Stickum.
They still make that stuff?
I hope so. Credit Colton Rhodes. He just went out and met McIntyre coming off the field and said, hey, buddy, you're good. Don't worry about it. We got a lot of football to play. And, having his guys back. So, at any rate, Cahokia is going to have the ball with 10:54 left in the second quarter. They have great field position on Collinsville's 49. And Collinsville needs to make a big stand here because Cahokia is probably in 4-down territory.
Well, the rain just lightened up a little bit. Hopefully it won't rain any longer than about 10 more minutes or so. After that, we should be good to go for the rest of the night. It's the last line of this low-pressure system that's been moving through the area since last night.
Man, Dave Murray, low-pressure system. I like it.
There's the handoff, goes to Midget up the middle, and Midget is going to get driven backwards, and he'll get forward progress back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain on the play.
Big number 33, Zay Norton, fills the gap and shuts Cahokia down at the line of scrimmage. Nice play for Norton. And that'll give Cahokia a 2nd and 10 from Collinsville's 49. Or 49, yeah.
Yep. 10.5 minutes left to go here in quarter number 2. 6-0 in favor of Cahokia. As long as we don't have lightning, it can mist all it wants to. Looks like it's just about stopped.
It does.
Yeah. So that's good. 2nd down and 10 now for Cahokia. Midget, again, the lone running back. 2 wide receivers over here on the near side, 1 on the far side. Taylor under center. He's going to go back to pass. He looks. He lofts one way down yonder and just turn around. Oh, there you go. Oh, come on. I got to tell you what, man. Jalik Nelson turned around and watched the ball come in.
I think he turned around too late.
I think he did too.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, dude, Jalik, turn around.
That's what I said. Turn around.
And he just didn't turn around in time. He definitely was in the body of the receiver. Boy, that penalty hurts.
Sure does, because that's going to give Cahokia an automatic 1st down on the 15-yard penalty.
One-on-one coverage. Great coverage.
Yeah.
I mean, Nelson was with the receiver step by step. He just didn't turn around in time. And as bad as, as unfortunate as it is for us, I can't blame the referee for throwing that flag.
Yeah, 2 of them did. So once
textbook, you know, it is
you
what
had
it
2
is.
of them throw the flag, you knew they was doomed.
You got to turn and look for that ball.
Stephon Moore lines up as a wide receiver on the far side with a couple of his buddies. 2 more over here on this side. Empty backfield. Taylor in shotgun, takes the snap, going back to pass, throws a little sideline pass, and he gets immediately ran into by Isaiah Gordon and almost slipped out of Gordon's grasp, but he held him up long enough to get a little help in there, and Collinsville will take care of business. Chase Reynolds also in there on that tackle, as well as Zay Norton.
Man, credit Gordon for closing so quick, and like you said, he was having trouble hanging on to the guy. It's got to be slick out there, but he really toughed it out and gave his guys time to come help clean up the mess. Big play by number 20, the senior Isaiah Gordon.
2nd down and 12, a loss of 2 on the play. 9:20 left to play here in this first half. We have a halftime show coming up for you. We've got an interview with Adam Reiniger of the Kahok soccer team. They ended their regular season last night. Playoffs start on Tuesday. We'll talk to Adam. Plus, we'll throw around some scores and stats for you. There's a, I don't even know what you would call that. Was that even a pass?
An incomplete pass, probably.
Yeah.
Because it went forward, and he pitched it, which is considered a pass.
Yep. Sideline over here for Collinsville was like, yeah, that's a fumble, isn't he? He's like, nope, his hands went forward. He pushed it forward.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a pass, but by the rule book, it is a pass. Yeah. Excited for these Collinsville soccer guys, going to the postseason. Adam was in the office today talking about how excited he was for his interview with you. And I said, well, how much you want to pay me to rent my headset for that? He laughed.
9:04 to go here in the second. 3 wide receivers set on the left side, 1 over here on the near side. Again, empty backfield. Taylor looking at 3rd and 12. He's going to roll out, and he's going to get sacked. A host of K-Hawks are in there on that sack, including Amari Berry. And also coming out of that pile was Michael Tange. Tange on the year. He's number 2 in tackles with 20 and has 1 quarterback sack. Roland Arms leads the team with 4 QB sacks on the year, and it's going to bring up 4th and long here for Cahokia.
Huge play by Collinsville's defense. You know that Cahokia is going to throw the ball. Hopefully we can get some penetration. You know our backs are going to be in one-on-one coverage, so this is a huge play at this point in the football game.
Mist is picked up once again. 8:23 left to play. 4th down and 15 for Cahokia. Ball on the Collinsville 40. Back to pass is Taylor. Taylor lofts one down the middle, but he overthrows everyone. There will be no flags on that play, and Collinsville will take over.
Man, I couldn't have asked for a better uncatchable pass on that because you knew they were going to go deep, and you just what's going on the other side of the field there? Oh, the cameraman dropped his tent or his bag or something.
Yeah.
I thought there was a player down. My goodness. Well, that's a great stand by Collinsville's defense. So with 8:12 left in the second quarter, Collinsville gets turnover on downs. They'll have the ball at their own 39-yard line.
Full disclosure, Adam Reiniger wasn't supposed to be my halftime guest tonight. It was supposed to be Gracie Smith of the Lady Kahawks tennis team. But she emailed me today, and she's like, I've got sectionals, and I don't think I'm going to be there in time. So I got in contact with Adam. He said, sure, I'll fill in, and I'm going to do Gracie Smith next week. And then right after I did all that, the tennis match got canceled because of the rain.
Well, you know, the good news is you've got a plethora of Kahawk athletes that are worthy of interviews. So.
Oh, yeah. I try to limit it to just seniors because, you know, this is their last year here, and
awesome.
I want to talk to them a little bit. So Collinsville gets about 3 on that play after a completed pass to KJ Thorpe's-Watt. 2nd down and 7 for Collinsville. Pinnell in shotgun. McIntyre is lone running back. 3 wide receivers on the left side. And Pinnell, he is going to get spun. He spins out of a tackle and then throws the ball into the ground. And he didn't really have anybody open because that allowed all the Cahokia defensive players to get on a guy.
Great play by Pinnell, though. I mean, he would have had a loss of probably 8 to 10, and he spins out of that tackle, makes a smart play, doesn't throw the ball up, right? He throws it into the turf. So Collinsville
he was already outside of the tackle boxes, so he could do that without intentional grounding.
3rd and 7 is much more desirable than 3rd and forever.
Yeah. Rain picks up just a little bit. But as I mentioned, it shouldn't last too much longer.
Well, we keep saying that.
I know. It needs to just move. Probably got here and said, hey, I'm going to watch the game for a while if you don't mind. Here we are on 3rd down and 7. A pass to Chase Reynolds, 1st down, and Collinsville gets into Comanche territory on that play.
Man, huge play by Darren Pinnell. He throws a dart right into Reynolds. Reynolds makes sure he catches the ball before he moves forward. That could go down as one of the key plays of the game here.
That's about an 11-yard reception there. Collinsville only needed 7, so they got plenty for the 1st down. Fresh set of downs for the Kahawks. 2 wide receivers on either side of this formation. McIntyre, the lone running back. Here is Pinnell back to pass. Now he steps up. He is looking. He's going to run with it. He's got some room. He's up to the 30. Tries to turn the corner. Tries to spin out of a tackle and gets taken down right at the 30-yard line by Midget.
Yeah, credit the offensive line for holding their blocks, and Cahokia was in a zone coverage, and once Darren saw space, he just took off, baby.
All right, another fresh set of downs. Now we're cooking. Ball on the 30-yard line. Rain has lightened up a little bit. It's kind of got this ebb and flow thing going,
goes,
doesn't it?
Right? I don't know. Tell you what, it didn't interfere with Darren's dart to
nope, sure
Mr.
didn't.
Reynolds, did it?
3 wide receivers on the right side. Gordon over here by himself on the near side. Here's the snap. Handoff is going to go to McIntyre. McIntyre gets met right at the 30-yard line. They'll give him probably a loss of a yard on the play as he got smacked when he was on the run by Joviano Howard.
Yeah, Collinsville's left side of their line were 7 yards down the field, and the guys they were supposed to block were in our backfield. So
I tell you what,
McIntyre didn't have much of a chance on that play. Credit him for getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Chris Keller and the guys brought up some tacos tonight, and they smell delicious. 3 wide receiver set again on the right side. Pinnell looks over to the coaching staff. Looks like they want to change the play a little bit, so he relays it with some hand signals.
Look for
McIntyre.
KJ. Look for KJ on the go route.
Here is Pinnell. He lofts one down the middle. He's got Chase Reynolds wide open. Touchdown, Collinsville.
Man, credit Collinsville's coaching staff. They changed the play at the line of scrimmage. They saw a weakness in coverage. Chase Reynolds beats the defender. Darren Pinnell to Reynolds for pay dirt.
5:47 left to play here in this second quarter.
So this is where, we were talking. Collinsville's got to get in the end zone. We've got a great kicking game. And hopefully we can take a 1-point lead here.
Nick Shantz on. Hit 7 of 7 extra points last week and has only missed 2 this year total. And that one is good, and Collinsville has themselves a 1-point lead. 7-6, 5:47 left to play here in this second quarter. We take a timeout. We'll be back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from other coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Ragg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Ragg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahok Sports Network, as well as the Kahok Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Ragg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Edwardsville at 1012 Plummer Drive, or call Jason Ragg at 618-307-7048, or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, members SIPC.
Matt Reynolds will be doing the kicking for Collinsville. They have 3 men deep. The deep man in the middle is Baxton. And then over here on this near side, you have Midget. And not sure who that is over there on the far side. I believe that is Stephon Moore.
The athleticism of Cahokia, you always cross your fingers on these special teams plays, right?
Yep. And Reynolds kicks a little squibber up front, and it's taken at the 35-yard line, and just a couple steps, and down goes the man who made the reception, and he didn't get a chance to run very far, that's for sure.
I think that's a wise move by Collinsville's coaching staff. I mean, you kick the ball deep and give those athletes space, and it's a gamble, so we do a little short kick. We concede a few yards maybe, but you ensure you don't give up the big play.
Cornelius Griffin Jr. was the one who made that catch. He's just listed his position on the roster is athlete.
Athlete. I just said they have athletes, right?
Yeah. ATH. They got a couple of guys on there like that. You just go to play anywhere.
You're not going to get an argument from me. I can promise you that.
Yeah. All right. 1st and 10 for Cahokia. Collinsville leads 7-6. 5:43 left to play here in this second quarter. Once again, Zion Taylor comes out as the quarterback. He'll be under center. A tight formation here for Cahokia. And Taylor will roll out. Then he'll launch the ball, and that one is going to be no good. Caught out of bounds.
Oh,
that was
man,
a nice catch, though.
That was a nice catch.
Hartle's Holman, man, he laid out and caught that ball, but he landed out of bounds on the white stripe. So that was a good effort, but it's just an incomplete pass.
As much of a Kahok fan as I am, I hate it for that kid. That was a great catch, right?
Yeah.
But out of bounds is good for the Kahawks, and that was number 7, Jalik Nelson. Looks like they're really going after Nelson here on the strong side of the field, so that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Comanches.
Cahokia sets up with 3 wide receivers on the left side, 1 over here on the near side. And Zion Taylor back in shotgun. Collinsville is going to give him a free 5 yards, as jumping on the play was Amari Berry.
And number 4, Amari Berry. Comanches have been going with a hard count, and it cost them early, cost the Kahawks on this play.
So just a second penalty tonight, or excuse me, the third with the face mask and the offensive pass interference, or defensive pass interference, excuse me. So 2nd down and 5 now for Cahokia. They need to get to the 49-yard line for a first down, and Taylor will throw a sideline pass, and that one bounces off of the hands of the intended receiver. Nice play over there by Williams as he broke up that play just as that ball was getting there. That ball was intended, I believe, for Stephon Moore.
Yeah, I think Darius Williams was confused whether to go for the interception or to break it up, and he went with the safe play, which I am totally fine with. There's towels flying around the field.
Everybody's trying to keep dry, yeah.
Right?
Looks like the rain has stopped once again. All the umbrellas have disappeared. Hopefully that's it for the night.
So
5.5.
It'd be interesting on 3rd and 6 here if we stop them. Do they have a punter?
Yeah. Well, they do on their list. That would be Peter Baxton. But he's only punted the ball 6 times all year. So that's a punt per game. Snap. Taylor, pass into the flats, and that's not going to go anywhere. I didn't think for a minute. Chase Reynolds just bounced off of Midget, and then Collinsville gets the ball on the fumble, and the Kahawks will recover in Cahokia territory.
Oh, baby! Nice play by Collinsville's defense, and credit our backs for filling the gap, stopping the receiver short. Then our rest of our guys filled in with a big hit, and again, we talked about turnovers, right? This half, the story of this half is turnovers so far.
Well, each team has turned the ball over on a fumble. Cahokia is giving the ball back to Collinsville on a 4th and missed opportunity, but Collinsville trying to take advantage of this opportunity here. Kahawks will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line, 5:20 left to play here in this first half. Pennell in shotgun. He takes the snap, and it's a little flea flicker going up the other direction. Here is K.J. Thorpes-Watt. He's got Pennell as a blocker, has Gordon also, puts down his head inside the 10-yard line. K.J. Thorpes-Watt.
Coach Colton Rhodes dials up the trick play, flea flicker on 1st down to allow K.J. Watt to get into some space and show his athleticism.
That was a nice play. I like those plays. Coming up on 5 minutes to go here in this first half. Pennell in shotgun once again. Collinsville works quickly. Handoff goes to McIntyre. McIntyre gets inside the 5-yard line. They'll put him down at about the 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down and goal here for the Kahawks.
So nice positive yardage play out of McIntyre. Collinsville's making good on their turnover here. And
so far, so good, and a timeout. That's going to be charged to Cahokia, so we will step aside and take a timeout as well, and we will be back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Diamonds for Kahawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today.
Back here at Kahawk Stadium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, Zach Roseman with you as Collinsville has the ball 1st and goal from their opponent's 4-yard line. or second down and goal, excuse me, as the Cayhawks look to add on to their 1-point lead. Here is Darren Pennell in shotgun. Ryan McIntyre leaves the backfield. Pennell, he's got it himself. He takes it in. Touchdown, Collinsville.
Quarterback keeper by number 5, the senior Darren Pennell. And he reaches pay dirt to put Collinsville up 13-6. And I think that you will see Nick Shantz out for another point after try.
I would assume so.
Man, what a way to capitalize for the Cayhawks on a, when you get a turnover like that, you've got to turn it into points, and they did just that.
Nick Shantz going for the extra point try to make this 14-6. Snap, ball, down, up, and it is good. Nick Shantz is on fire. He has hit 28 of 30 point after attempts so far on the year for Collinsville. So that'll take us to another commercial timeout, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Cayhawk Sports Network.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting CollinsvilleFoundation.com.
Matt Reynolds on for the kicking duties as Collinsville has staked themselves out to a 14-6 lead after falling behind 6-0 in the first quarter. Or excuse me, second quarter. There was no scoring in the first quarter.
Yeah, 4:42 left here, and we'll see if Reynolds does another short kick to try to prevent a big play.
Well, it's a short kick once again. Heads over to the far side, and they're going to, they threw the ball away. Trying to do a little dipsy-doodle. Collinsville picks it up down to the 5-yard line. Oh, boy, what a strange turn of events that was for the Collinsville Cayhawks. Big, big play as Cahokia really messed up the lateral as they were trying to cut it across from the far sideline to the near sideline and just threw it over the guy's head.
Huge mistake out of Cahokia. Collinsville comes with the trick play. Cahokia tries to return the favor. Bad pitch. Collinsville, credit our kickoff team for, being downfield and being in position to recover that ball.
I don't even know who recovered that ball, but I tell you what, that was fun to watch. Cahokia.
Timeout for sure. Holy
use another
cow.
timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here for this one. And, that's something you don't see a lot of, that's for sure. I think somebody got a little bit too excited. Either that or the ball's still wet.
I don't know if they planned on doing that or if it was just kind of an instinctive play, but I saw it matriculating, right? Because we kicked the ball a little deeper, and I thought, man, they're going to try to come back the other way to the strong side. And, I don't know if it was a bad pitch or if the ball was wet. But at any rate, that is a huge turn of events in what's been a back-and-forth battle here in the first half. And all of a sudden, Collinsville is in business with almost like a free play, right?
Yeah. I think that was Romel Bollinger who jumped on that ball. Looked like a number 3. I saw him coming off the field getting some pats on the shoulder, so not really sure, but doesn't really matter anyway. Collinsville has the ball. First and goal from the 8-yard line. Cayhawks in business again as Pennell stands in shotgun. Has McIntyre over his right shoulder. 2 wide receivers over here. 2 more on the other side. Pennell gets out of trouble. Throws it in the back of the end zone. Touchdown!
First play, Pater. Little penetration in the backfield. Pennell again evades a sack and finds K.J. Thorpe-Swat in the corner of the end zone. Good for 6 for Collinsville. Thorpe comes off the field, waving his hands. The crowd goes crazy here at Cahokia Stadium.
So just a mere 11 seconds after Collinsville scored the touchdown to go up 14-6, they score another one. Nick Shantz on to try the extra point.
Absolutely. These guys running the flags on the track, the Cahokia Crazies, they're getting a little tired.
Yeah. Might have to call in some replacements. A little tag team. High snap, but Pennell gets it down with one arm.
Quit it.
Good.
Quit it. Quit it.
Did you see that thing? He caught that ball up over his right shoulder with one hand, still had enough time to place it down, and Shantz completed the kick. That's amazing.
We need to clip that video and send it to Sports Center. I'm not even joking. I don't know that I've ever seen that. in high school football. What a play. Darren Pinnell does it all, folks.
21-6 in favor of Collinsville. And the Cahawks are living right.
Well, and this is a momentum deal too, right? I mean, because both teams were believing, and you have to think the Comanches are just a little deflated after the turn of events in the last 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, I would think so. Collinsville scores. They give the ball right back, and on the very first play, Collinsville scores again. Took all of 11 seconds to score 2 touchdowns.
You know, the competitor in me says, kick it off, stop them, score again.
Yeah,
right? Let's go.
Yeah.
And both teams vying for playoff spots, right?
Yeah,
So
both
this
teams
win
come in at
is
4-3.
huge.
Win number 5 makes you playoff eligible, as Matt Reynolds is kicking off again. This one's a little bit farther than the previous 2. All the way back at the 5-yard line, taken by Baxton.
Here we go.
Baxton has got a little room, and he's trying to be brought down, still on his feet. Finally gets taken out. Boy, I tell you what, Ryan McIntyre thought he was going to take him down first, and he just plowed right over Ryan.
Well, that's what we were afraid of, you know, and I'm surprised we kicked it deep because that's the risk you take. Now, credit KJ Watt, Thorpe's Watt. He comes in and makes a big hit to give Cahokia the ball in the 49, but outside of Thorpe's Watt, that's a touchdown for Cahokia.
Oh, yeah, he gets past him. He's gone.
Very interesting choice for the first time to kick it deep.
4:21 left to play here in quarter number 2.
McIntyre down on the sideline here. I don't know if he's rubbing his leg or ankle. But
Zion Taylor under center. A tight formation once again. Man comes into motion, and that man will get the handoff, and he's trying to cut it wide is Stephon Moore, and Moore gets his feet taken out from underneath him. Isaiah Gordon, big play there by the Cahawk junior.
Man.
Senior, excuse me.
Senior. Isaiah Gordon, number 20. Have a night, kid, right?
Telling you.
I mean, this kid is closing like you wouldn't believe. I mean, he's out of his mind out there.
He was our featured Football Friday throwback from his days back in the Collinsville Raiders community, wearing number 10, wearing number 20 for the Cahawks. And I tell you what, if all my guys I could put up there on that Cahawk Football Throwback Friday could play like this, we would be in there every Friday.
Well, you know, you chose wisely tonight.
Yeah, I had a little help. I don't get to choose these guys. They get chosen for me. Here is, Zion
baby!
Taylor spins out of a tackle by Hammermill. That slowed him up long enough for Roland Arms to come in and take quarterback sack number 5 on the year for the Cahawk senior wearing number 4.
D9 dozer, Devin Habermail comes in and slows the quarterback down. And was that who closed the deal now? Was that Roland?
Roland Arms, yeah.
Roland Arms, number 10, the big senior. And, you know, he plays so much bigger than he is.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Roland's 5'10", 190. He plays like he's about 6'3", 240.
Yeah, he was our Friday football throwback guy last week.
Kid's got a motor, I tell you.
3rd down and forever. We'll call it 13. No, it looks more like 18 to me. Here is Taylor going back to pass. Looks near sideline, throws near sideline. Picked off by Chase Reynolds. Reynolds comes up the near sideline. He's got room. He cuts past one. He's going to go in. Touchdown, Collinsville.
Yes, sir. Number 1, Chase Reynolds jumps the long go route. And once he got that,
Oh,
well,
no. The interception's going to count, but I think there might have been an illegal block in the back downfield.
Oh, baby, that was a lot of excitement that just got shut down in a hurry. But
sure did.
The interception has to stand.
Yeah,
right?
The interception will stand because it was while he was on the run down the field that the flags came in. I'm sure it's an illegal block in the back.
Well, and that's easy to do.
Yeah. Because he had some room.
He had
some room because of those blocks.
Collinsville's
illegal block in the back, so the interception will count. And Collinsville will get the ball on the Comanches' 30-yard line, I believe.
Man, gosh darn it for Chase
I
Reynolds.
know,
that
man.
pick six.
I was writing it down, and then I heard Coach Sika go, flag on the play.
Right. But at any rate, what a play by Chase Reynolds for another turnover. Here we go with the turnover story, right?
Yeah.
And
third turnover for
Collinsville's in business.
Yeah, 3rd turnover for Cahokia here in this first half. Collinsville has scored on 2 of them already. try to see if they can get a third one going on here.
We just changed the play. Looks like we're going deep, Todd.
There is Pennell. He's going to go back to pass. He's got pressure. He throws the ball up, and a nice catch by Amari Rogers-Parrott. Oh, boy, I thought there was no chance in the world he was going to catch that ball. He got twisted around, threw those hands up there, and that ball just stuck.
I don't think that ball was thrown to him.
I don't think so either.
I think that was to the far wide out, and what a catch out of Amari Parrott-Rogers. My goodness.
Man,
these
man.
guys are making some plays tonight, aren't they, Todd?
This is fun stuff to watch, man.
Absolutely.
We're down to 2:13 left to play here in this first half as Rogers-Parrott and Thorpe-Swat are far on the other side of the field as wide receivers. Gordon over here by himself. Man comes into motion. He gets the pitch, does Amari Rogers, cuts it up the middle, puts on a spin move, and then gets thrown toward the end zone, and he'll land at about the 2-yard line, and it'll bring up a second down and goal here for the Collinsville Cahawks.
Yeah, credit Rogers. I mean, he had to take a pitch in traffic, right? He held on to the ball. He took some hits by some linebackers. He turned it into positive yardage. And that puts Collinsville on the, 2-yard line? 2-yard line.
And Darren Pennell's getting looked at on the sideline. Looks like he might have done something to his left hand as Amanda Bauer, is over there looking at it.
He's probably cut. He doesn't look like he's in pain.
Yeah.
He's probably bleeding.
Yeah, and they got to bandage that up. Collinsville trying not to use a timeout here.
If I'm Cahokia,
yep,
yeah,
they're gonna have to. Yep.
Right.
All right, so Collinsville uses a timeout. We'll step aside here for just a moment as well. Collinsville has the ball, second down and goal from the 2-yard line when we return on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Welcome back once again to Kahok Stadium. 1:13 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Woods Basement Systems halftime show coming up for you here soon. We'll interview Kahok soccer standout Adam Reiniger. We'll pass along some scores from around the area to you. Big game going on between Edwardsville and East St. Louis. That's a big one.
I know. My son says, I said, what are you doing tonight? Thinking like after the game, right? He goes, I don't know, that East St. Louis Edwardsville game looks pretty good. I'm like, dude, you're a Kahok crazy.
You got to be here, don't
you?
you?
Right, you got to be.
Isn't that
here,
in the
man.
contract
but
for the
that's how
Crazies?
big a game that is.
Here's
right?
the snap. Handoff goes to McIntyre. McIntyre takes it in. Touchdown, Collinsville.
Number 2, Ryan McIntyre hits pay dirt, stays on his feet. Collinsville goes up 27-6. My, what a turn of events here in the second quarter at Kahok Stadium on a beautiful night.
Kidding. Well, it is now that the rain stopped.
Which has, we talked about that earlier, right? Like, rain stops, Collinsville can start throwing the ball, and it's just, it's really been a thorn in the side of the Comanches.
Here's the extra point try by Nick Shantz. Much better snap this time, and Nick Shantz puts a wobbly one up there, but it just goes over the crossbar, and he stays. What is that? 7 for 7 last week and 3 for 3 this week, or
I think
4 for 4?
I think that got blocked, but he had enough oomph on it to nurse it over the in between the uprights. And all of a sudden, Collinsville's enjoying a 28-6 lead after what seemed like a pretty even ball game for the longest time, right?
Oh, yeah. It went down 6-0, did Collinsville, and they have scored 4 straight touchdowns. So that's 11 extra points in a row now that I know of for Nick Shantz. So what a find he was to be out there and kicking that ball, man.
Sign him up,
yeah,
right?
I'm telling you. Let's see how Collinsville wants to handle this kickoff.
I'd bet my next paycheck it's not going to go deep.
I would think that you should be right. They did not move some of their deep guys up, so they're still thinking that we're going to kick it long, and we will all find out together here in just a moment. Matt Reynolds comes into this contest averaging 43.6 yards per kickoff.
Yeah, so they've been watching film. They're real spread out. They don't have many guys up on the front line. They're expecting us to kick it deep.
Well, this is maybe when you want to do an onside kick.
I'd just kick a line.
108.
I'd kick a line drive to the back right side of the field.
Yeah. And this one's a little bit up to the 30-yard line, and it's dropped. And that allows Collinsville to come in and get a hand on the return man, and he'll get tripped up and bumble all the way up to the 40-yard line. I think they'll stop him at about the 39. And with 1:03 left and one timeout to their credit, Cahokia will see if they can travel down the field and put up some points.
Yeah, we'll take it. And credit the Cahokia return man for, hanging on to that football. He bobbled it and kind of kept moving forward, and he retained possession. Cahokia loses that ball, and they're in way bigger trouble. So credit the return man for retaining possession for Cahokia. We'll see what Collinsville's defense has in store.
The way that football rolls sometimes, man, he got lucky there because that rolled and stayed right in front of him.
It sure did.
It could have went right or left, and he would have had no chance. So Taylor back in there, split backs on either side. In the shotgun, Taylor going back to pass, and now he's going to take off running with it. He'll slip down on the wet turf at around the 40-yard line. He'll pick up 2, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 as we are under a minute to go.
He was in wide open space, and number 34, Michael Tonge, just staring him down, and the guy literally slipped and fell because he didn't want to run into Tonge.
So 2nd down and 8 for Cahokia. And the snap, and Taylor back to pass as Cahokia's got to go through the air, and he is going to be taken down by a host of Collinsville Cahawks. Hammermill in there. Zay Norton, he was the first one to wrap him up, and then he got a little help from Roland Arms as well.
There's too many guys to list, right? Our guys are like dogs right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we're blitzing. Credit again our linemen for winning the battle of the trenches and allows our linebackers to fill. Timeout, Cahokia.
Timeout for Cahokia. That is their final charge timeout here in this half. We'll go ahead and keep it here. I tell you what, Dr. Chris, man, this is one of those games where that first quarter nobody scored. Collinsville moved the ball pretty well, but then they fumbled it. And then Cahokia came back down at the beginning of the second quarter and scored a touchdown. And you didn't really know what was going to happen. I did not expect 4 straight touchdowns for Collinsville after that.
You didn't. And, credit Collinsville for, staying focused on every play. And we've really forced a lot of the turnovers. And then Cahokia makes that errant lateral on the kickoff, which really was, I don't want to say the nail in the coffin because it's the first half, but that sort of really just kind of put an exclamation point on this half, right?
Yeah, it sure did. All right. So it's going to be 3rd down and 14 for Cahokia. They have got to get it all the way up to the 49-yard line, their own 49-yard line, just to get a first down. And here is Zion Taylor in shotgun once again. He's being pressured. He's going to rolls out to his left, throws the ball up and over his bench. And an incomplete pass will bring up 4th down for the Comanches with 20.8 seconds to go.
Yeah, well covered by Collinsville's defensive backs. The quarterback had time to throw, but there were just no wide receivers open, so he chucks the ball out of bounds. And you would think they would have to punt at this point.
I would. I do not see. Yep. Okay. They're gonna bring their punter on, and that is their also wide receiver / running back, Peter Backstrom. So Ryan McIntyre will stand deep at his own 40-yard line. Backstrom back at his own 20, awaiting the snap. McIntyre moves all the way up to midfield now.
Well, they're worried about the fake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
here is. Okay.
He thought about it.
Yep, he did, and it's going to go over everyone's head, and it's going to take a Cahokia roll, and they will touch it up at the 25-yard line, but there's only going to be about 8.7 seconds left for Collinsville to do anything, so I would imagine they would just kneel on it and go to halftime.
You would think so.
These two teams first met back in 1951, and Collinsville won that game 47-6. That was the 6th year as Virgil Fletcher at the helm. And since then, these two teams have met 15 times. Collinsville has the 8-7 mark against Cahokia, but Cahokia has a few wins over the last couple of years. 8.7 seconds left. Darren Pinnell in shotgun. Doesn't look like they're going to kneel down on this ball. Looks like they're going to give it a good old college try. They'll throw a little flat sideline pass to Amari Rogers, and Rogers will run up the sideline and get pushed out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 2.3 seconds left, so Collinsville will have at least one more play before the half ends. 2.3 seconds. Ball on the 43-yard line. First down for the Cahawks. We'll see how they want to play this one. I'm going to think we're going to shove that ball down the field. Deep pass. Rogers and Thorpe's Watt on the far side. Gordon and Chase Reynolds over here on the near side. McIntyre once again remains the lone running back as Pinella's in shotgun. He's going to go back to pass. He's going to step up, and he's going to launch one down the middle of the field, and Chase Reynolds got a little tripped up there at the last moment, and the clock expires to end half number one. Collinsville leads by a score of 28-6. Time now for the halftime show, brought to you by Woods Basement Systems. All things basementy. Woods Basement Systems. Been working to keep homes dry since 1986. Give them a call at their Collinsville headquarters at 618-708-4055. Adam Reiniger coming up for an interview, plus we'll pass along some news and notes and some scores for you as the Woods Basement Systems halftime show is upon us here on the Kahok Sports Network.
We love to have you come work for the City of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the City of Collinsville.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Cahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahok Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200. No one likes a dirty house. It's work that almost no one wants to do. Why not get someone to do that work for you? Kara Gray with Rags to Riches Cleaning Service would love to take that task off your to-do list. Kara is a homegrown Collinsville High School graduate and the owner of Rags to Riches. From floors to ceilings, from baseboards to light fixtures, Rags to Riches can clean them all. No job is too big or too small. Call Kara Gray at Rags to Riches Cleaning Service to schedule a free estimate today at 618-979-9634 or visit Rags to Riches Cleaning Service on Facebook. Anyway, welcome you back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville leads 28-6 at halftime, and it is my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Adam Reiniger, number 4 senior forward for your Kahok soccer team. How are you, sir?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic, man. So 3 overtime goals, man, against O'Fallon nonetheless. How did that feel for you? I mean, 3 overtime goals is amazing in itself, but doing it against a team like O'Fallon had to be something special.
Yeah, I mean, coming into the game, I didn't even know how much I was going to get to play with the hamstring injury, and then about 5 minutes in, I got on the field, and it was all right. And then overtime, I guess, putting 3 away felt pretty nice.
How is the
Conference
hamstring?
Championship.
How's the hamstring?
It's getting better.
Yeah?
It still hurts a little bit, but dealing with it.
Dr. Chris taking care of you?
Yep.
Yeah, I knew he was. He was up here talking about you. All right, man, I did some math. I'm not very good at it, but I do my best. 2 goals as a freshman. That was that COVID spring of 2021. What do you remember about that year?
Not a whole lot. I remember it was pretty short, and we didn't even get a chance at playoffs, but that's about it.
Yeah, well, I added up all the rest of them, too. Care to guess at how many goals you've scored as a Collinsville Kahawk?
60-something.
61, man. 61. That's a pretty good guess. 61 goals. Not bad. Tell me what's your favorite thing about playing soccer?
I'd say just like playing for the high school team and be like you're around the same guys every day. They become more like a family and less of just like teammates. And then just like, I don't know, something about it's fun playing in front of the home fans and everything.
Yeah, you guys got to play at Granite City last night in the PAS Cup. How was that for you?
It was good. I also didn't think I was going to play there, but it was for a good cause, so I'm glad I got to get on the field.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked that he kept you guys out there as long as he did.
Yeah, we wanted to win, but we knew it was mostly just for the cause. So.
Yeah. All right, man. So I know that Brett Borm, he's usually up here with me wearing the headsets that you're wearing right now, and he's the one who's been setting up all these senior profiles for all you guys all year long and posting them on Facebook. And I got a kick out of yours because the question was, what do you hate? And your answer was, I hate watching soccer. Explain.
I mean, as a little kid, I didn't really care for the sport. I always had to go around, watch my brother and sister play, and I just thought it was pretty boring. And then, I don't know, my dad would always have it on the TV, and just couldn't really get into it. But I guess playing the sport's a little bit different.
So you definitely like playing more than you like watching.
Oh, yeah.
Have you had a chance to get over across the river yet and watch City SC games?
Yeah, I actually got free tickets, so.
So you don't mind watching that? Or did you still find it boring?
It's better in person, but I don't care to go all the time.
All right, man. You guys got a big date on Tuesday against the Quincy Blue Devils in the regional semifinal at Edwardsville. We'll be there to carry the game to everyone. What at this point do you know about Quincy?
Not a whole lot. I know they're a decent team, and we just need to come out and play how we should and get the job done.
All right, man. I appreciate the visit, dude. Thanks for coming up.
Yep,
I know it was
me.
the last second thing. I had to do a little switcheroo, but
yeah.
I appreciate you coming up, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that is Anna Reiniger, number 4 for your Collinsville Cahock soccer team. Star forward, 18 goals on the year, and we hope he has a couple more in him come Tuesday night when they take on the Quincy Blue Devils at Edwardsville in the regional semifinal. Right now, we're going to step aside a little bit. We're going to let you enjoy a little bit of the Collinsville Cahock Marching Band. Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, your Collinsville Kahok marching band. They do a fantastic job. All right, one more break coming your way. We'll come back with some stats and some scores in just a moment as the Woods Basement Systems halftime show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network. Are you in need of a new mailbox to go with your new home? How about a new mailbox to replace your old one? Look no further than Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. From economy to custom, Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can create a mailbox that suits your needs. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes is licensed and insured. They use only high-quality materials and offer a satisfaction guarantee policy. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can also make your very own axe throwing set, hanging or standing. Whether you need that axe throwing set or a new mailbox, you need Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. For more information, get a hold of Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes at 618-680-0208 or online at needanewmailbox.com. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition in Pontoon Beach provides complete commercial, industrial, and residential demolition and excavating services. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is family-owned and operated by former Kahawks since 1980 and have over 4 decades serving the Metro East. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is your choice for quality and experienced work at a reasonable price. Schaefer's does jobs of any size, whether digging for water and sewer lines, site preparation, or building demolition. Schaefer's can do it all. Schaefer's Excavating and Demolition also sells backfill, topsoil, loam, and other materials. Licensed, bonded, and insured, from earth moving and land clearing to building and demolition and road construction to septic and sewer system work. Call the experienced crew at Schaefer Excavating and Demolition, 618-931-6237. Once again, we welcome you back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. Here it is 28-6 in favor of Collinsville. Elsewhere, Triad. That would be next week's opponent here at Kahok Stadium. Right now they are blanking Civic Memorial by a score of 30-0. Elsewhere, Mount Vernon, 1 touchdown lead over Centralia. That score is 14-7. Westland over Carlisle, almost the same score, but it's 14-8. Westland with the lead. Roxana shutting out East Alton Wood River 28-0. Mater Dei over St. Teresa 32-7. Central is taking care of Columbia right now 19-7. East St. Louis and Edwardsville, told you about the big game there. Right now the Flyers have a 13-0 lead over the state-ranked Tigers, and O'Fallon is blanking Alton right now, but not as much as you would think. Right now the score is just 9-0. Here's a look at your first half stats. We will begin with Cahokia. Coriante Midget has carried the ball 5 times for 6 yards. Stefan Moore, 1 time for 2. Jamaro Holman has 1 carry for a yard. Zion Taylor, the quarterback, has carried the ball 8 times for -7 yards, but he does have a touchdown. And Peter Braxton has 1 carry for -5 yards. Through the air, Taylor is 4 of 10 for 59 yards and an interception. 2 of those passes went to Braxton, 44 yards on 2 catches. And then Stefan Moore has, Midget has a catch and a fumble. And the penalties for Cahokia have been 2 for a total of 10 yards. For Collinsville, Darren Pinnell on the ground has carried the ball 5 times for 30 yards. He has a touchdown and a fumble. KJ Thorpe's Watt has 1 carry for 26 yards. Ryan McIntyre has carried the ball 6 times for 12 yards and a touchdown. And through the air, Darren is 10 of 16, 119 yards and 2 touchdowns. One of those went to KJ Thorpe's-Watt. He has caught 2 balls for 11 yards. Isaiah Gordon has a catch for 12 yards. Amari Rogers-Parrott has 4 catches for 50 yards. Chase Reynolds has a couple of grabs for 43 yards and a touchdown. And Ryan McIntyre has 1 catch for 3 yards. And Collinsville was penalized 3 times for 25 yards in that first half. We are just about ready to go here for half number 2. Collinsville leading 28-6, and Cahokia is going to get the first touch of the ball here in this second half. In case you missed out on the history lesson or the one that I posted online earlier, Collinsville and Cahokia met in 1951 for the first time. Collinsville won that game 47-6. That was the 6th year under head coach Virgil Fletcher. And the two teams would not meet again until week number 1 of the 1969 season, when Cahokia picked up their first win over Collinsville 18-6. Between 1971 and 1981, the teams met another 9 times, and Collinsville ended up winning 5 of those. And then they met in 1998. Collinsville won 47-0. That was the year that the Kahawks went 8-1 and started the year with 8 straight wins to begin that 98 season. Collinsville would then lose the final game of that regular season 7-6 to Edwardsville in the regular season finale, but they would head to the playoffs for just the second time since the IHSA put playoffs in motion in 1974. The 98 team would lose that second postseason appearance 20-14 to East St. Louis. By the way, the first playoff appearance was in 1996 when Collinsville went 6-3 but lost to Lincolnshire 38-8, but they did not play Cahokia that year. So 1998 was the last meeting all the way until 2018. So 20 years went by before the two teams met again, and it would be week number 1 of the 2018 season, the final season in the Southwestern Conference for Cahokia, or for Collinsville, excuse me. Cahokia won that game 54-22, and then in 2019, that was the 0-9 season that Collinsville suffered through. Cahokia also handed Collinsville a week 1 loss of 26-0, and this is the first meeting between the schools since 2019. So Collinsville is 8-7 all time versus Cahokia, and the Kahawks were 8-4 from 1951 to 1998, and then from 1999 to 2019, Cahokia was 3-0 against Collinsville. That's going to do it for the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. One quick break coming your way. Second half action, that comes your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Once again, welcome back to Kahawk Stadium. Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, Zach Roseman with you for the second half of this contest between Collinsville and Cahokia. Whoever wins this game becomes playoff eligible. 5 wins will make you playoff eligible. Does not guarantee you a playoff spot, but last year a team with 4 wins snuck into the playoffs, so it almost does, but not just quite. So it's a big, important game for both of these teams, as next week Collinsville will host the regular season finale against Triad, while these Cahokia Comanches, they travel back home and will take on the 3-4 O'Fallon Panthers in their regular season finale. So we are just about ready to get things started here in the second half as Matt Reynolds gets ready to set the ball down on the 40-yard line for the kick. And back deep is Peter Backstrom. Everybody else has kind of moved up a little bit, expecting the shorter kickoffs. And the Kahawks ready to go here as we begin quarter number 3. Reynolds making sure everybody's lined up all right. And here we go. Another shorter kickoff, but Braxton's going to take it, and he's going to move ahead to the 25-yard line. He heads to the near sideline, spins out of a would-be tackle from Isaiah Gordon, and then gets taken out of bounds right around the 27-yard line, and that's where Cahokia will begin their first possession of the second half.
Man, once again, Isaiah Gordon, number 20. It looked like the return man had some space, and Gordon comes out of nowhere and slows him down enough to where his buddies can come in and stop Cahokia. And I think that's probably the worst position or starting point they've had, right?
I think so, yeah. They marked the ball down at the 29-yard line, so they gave him a little bit more than what I thought he was going to have. They'll spread out this formation. 2 wide receivers on the far, 1 over here on the near. 1 lone running back stands behind Taylor. Taylor in the shotgun takes a high snap, and he missed a handoff. I think that was a busted play, and taking advantage of it was Michael Tange. He just threw down Taylor at the 30-yard line. No gain. They're going to actually make him lose a yard on it, so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 11.
Man, that's discipline because it looked like the play was going to the strong side of the field. Busted play. Quarterback comes this way. He's got space. The only man in his face was Tange, and like you said, Tange wasn't having it.
No, Tange wrapped him up quick.
Wrapped him up and put him down.
2 wide receivers again head over to the far side. 1 over here on the near side. That's Moore. 1 lone running back again. Looks like the exact same formation. And in shotgun is Taylor, and this time the handoff is going to be completed, and it's going to be Holman who carries the ball, but he'll get back, if he's lucky, to the original line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Man, I'm really surprised with Cahokia going to the ground. You know, I was telling some guys at halftime, like, their best bet is to spread it out and go deep and try to expose our backs and get some, you know, maybe a big play or a pass interference. But they kept the ball on the ground here to start the second half, and you would think with 3rd and 11, they're going to go to the air.
Yeah, I would think that. I would think that's true. Midget will go trotting off the field, so the running back with the most yardage is not going to be out there. They're going to stay with Holman as the lone running back, but I'm going to guess this is going to be a passing play. 2 wide receivers either side. Back to pass is Taylor. Taylor launches the ball near sideline, and a catch. Nice catch. Over-the-shoulder catch there by Peter Backstrom.
Yeah, great throw and catch out of Cahokia. Collinsville blitzes on the strong side. Now, this is where Cahokia's strength is. Their linemen are huge, right? So they're giving their quarterback time to pass the ball, but there's some confusion down on the field.
Do we have a flag on the play? Yes, we do. Sitting back there at the 25-yard line.
They're going to call a hold?
Looks like it. They're not moving the ball forward.
Boy, that'd be a gift for Collinsville because, like I said, Cahokia's big offensive line has done a good job of giving their quarterback time to throw.
So now the other referee's going to get in on the conversation. And we'll see if they pick up this flag or institute whatever penalty they're calling.
They're doing rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, I can see that.
To figure it out. Right?
Yeah. You tell them. I'm not going to tell them. You tell them. So they're talking to Colton Rhodes, and, you know, you don't have much of a choice. If you decline it, that means the catch is going to count.
The referee's making decisions, but he doesn't give us hand signals up here in the booth. Oh,
holding call. Holding call against Cahokia, so take away the 1st down and repeat 3rd down, but instead of a 3rd and 11, it's going to be 3rd and about 21.
Well, here comes a test for Collinsville's cornerbacks and safeties. We'll see if we blitz or let our middle backers help in the middle of the field.
Got to get up to the 39-yard line for a 1st down here on 3rd and long. And Taylor takes the snap, back to pass, steps up in the pocket, trying to scramble out of some trouble, and then he throws the ball up, and it's caught, but that's going to be well short of the 1st down. That's going to bring up 4th down and about 5 to go here for Cahokia.
Man, credit Cahokia's quarterback. He was kind of staring number 8, Collinsville's Darius Williams, in the face. Darius didn't know whether to tackle him, and quarterback stays strong, but looks like they're going to maybe bring out their punt team.
Looking like it, but I don't see Peter Backstrom.
They're missing their punter.
They're missing their punter and their – oh, there he comes.
Again, look for him to – seem like last punt it was almost like, can I fake?
Yep.
And if not, I'll kick it. So probably the same thing.
Well, this time Ryan McIntyre does stand deep, stands at his own 35-yard line. And there's the snap. And the punt high and not deep enough for McIntyre to catch it. It bounces at the 50-yard line and then takes a small roll forward, and it'll be downed. Collinsville will have really good starting field position at their own 43-yard line to start their first drive of the second half.
Yeah, credit Backstrom for reading the field, knowing he had to kick it. He put off a pretty good kick, got a nice roll. And at any rate, that's nice for Collinsville to get a stop here in the third quarter with 9:17 left. Senior quarterback, number 5, Darren Pinnell, takes the field. He will give his team the call, and we'll see what Collinsville has to offer.
All right. Kahawk's first touch of this second half starts at their own 43-yard line. 1st and 10 for Collinsville. Ryan McIntyre stays in there as the running back. He gets the ball, and he'll go right up the middle, and he'll get across the line of scrimmage and pick up maybe 3 on the play.
Yeah, credit Cahokia's interior linebackers. You know, we seem to be getting through the first level, but they've really held our running game to 2, 3, maybe 4, yards a carry. But what Collinsville's looking to do here is keep the ball on the ground, chew up the clock, and not turn the ball over. That's going to be the key here in the second half.
I mentioned at the beginning, both of these coaches are into their 3rd year coaching their respective teams. And Gooden took his team to the playoffs his very first year. They got knocked out in the first round. High snap. And a throw on the run, and is complete to McIntyre, and he'll spin his way forward for maybe a half a yard gain on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 to go for the first.
Pinnell's right hand must have super glue or duct tape or something on it, right? Because he hauled in another one-handed bad snap and throws a dart to McIntyre. McIntyre makes a nice catch. Somehow turns that, is that positive yardage or line of
about a half a yard.
Yeah, half a yard.
Yeah, 3rd down and 7. Collinsville needs to get over the 50-yard line to the opponent's 47-yard line. 3 wide receivers on the right. Here's the snap. Pinnell back to pass. He's being flushed out of the pocket, and he gets taken down inside the 30-yard line. And that is going to bring on the punt team for the Kahawks.
Man, huge play by number 13, Isaac Phipps out of Cahokia.
He's the one with all the sacks.
Immediate penetration. And let me tell you, Darren looked like he was going to escape the pocket. So for him to chase Darren down, that's an athlete.
Yeah.
Phipps goes 6'1", 200, and can absolutely move. Now, we'll see if Collinsville can pick up their punting game here. Without any rain, it should be better off.
Yep, that would be his 13th sack on the year for Mr. Phipps. Here's the snap. McIntyre gets a nice long one. That one's going to travel a ways. It's going to bounce, and Braxton picks it up, and then he's going to get smacked at the 10-yard line, and down he goes.
Number 7, Jalik Nelson out of Collinsville with great coverage. Great punt by Ryan McIntyre, and that's going to pin Cahokia deep on their own, looks like, 11, 12-yard line.
Yeah, somewhere around there. So both teams 3 and out on their first offensive possessions here in the second half. Cahokia will get a second offensive touch at the ball. 7-11 left to play here in this third quarter. Collinsville out front 28-6.
So Cahokia went to the ground on their first possession of the half. You got to think they're going to have to start airing it out, right?
You would, especially when they're keeping Taylor and shotgun on every play. And again, it looks like Holman is the lone running back, so they've taken Midget out of the running game right now, and the handoff is going to go to Holman. Holman's got some room. He gets across the line of scrimmage, and he's finally brought down right around the 20-yard line, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, got through the first level. Credit is Chase a junior? Chase Reynolds is a junior. He fills in from the safety position and brings the Cahokia back down to set them up for a 2nd and a short 3.
2 wide receivers on this side, 1 on the other side. And Taylor in shotgun. Takes the snap and again hands the ball off. And this time, not going very far, is Jeremel Holman.
Here comes big number 10, Roland Arms. Came through untouched, wraps up nicely. Collinsville doing a great job of tackling tonight. Not a lot of missed tackles out there. They're really wrapping up. And it's kind of interesting because as much as we're up, our defense has actually been on the field quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot easier to tackle when people aren't wet, too. We had a couple of spin outs there as people were wet. The ball was wet. So it's a 3rd down and about 6 to go for a first down here for Cahokia. There's the snap and a little bit of a bobble job there by Taylor. He collects himself and moves forward, but he is going to be taken down after a gain of about 4 on the play, so it's going to bring up a 4th down and 2 for Cahokia.
Let me tell you, credit Taylor. I mean, he was hitting the backfield. He busted about 3 or 4 tackles to give Cahokia a shot. Now, it looks like they're bringing on their punt team.
They are again.
I'm surprised. 4th and 2, you're down 28-6.
Yeah, but you do have the ball on your 20-yard line, so if you turn over on downs, Collinsville doesn't have very far to go.
I mean, you almost, I don't know.
All right, Ryan McIntyre stands at midfield right on the Kahok logo. Peter Backstrom, he is back to punt. He stands at his own 5-yard line and takes a bouncing ball. He's going to have to run forward with it. He does so. Collinsville needs to stop him. That's a first down, and that's going to be a little bit more than a first down, and a busted play turns into gold for the Comanches.
Well, let me tell you, number 4, Peter Backstrom, turned on the afterburners. That young man has some speed, Todd. Credit him for hanging in there.
Well, he had to pick the ball up off the ground, and he had a hard time doing that, and then he just took off.
Yeah, and, Collinsville worried about the fake was not, going for the block, right? They were sitting back, and it was just a kind of a comedy of errors, and it benefited Cahokia. So it gives them a little life here.
Yeah, we'll see if they can take advantage of that. They bring out 3 wide receivers over here on this right side, 1 on the far side. And the lone running back once again stands to the left of Taylor. And he takes the snap. That is Midget, who is the lone running back this time. Taylor is going to keep it. He'll barrel across the line of scrimmage and pick up about 5. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 5 with the ball close to the midfield stripe.
Yeah, interesting. Collinsville brought 2 linebackers on blitzes outside of the tackle, and they just overran the quarterback, and he turns that into positive yardage for Cahokia. But I'm still just so surprised that they're not taking shots downfield at this point. Maybe they're looking for, Collinsville to turn the ball over and stay steady. Maybe they're worried about interceptions. I'm not sure.
Could be. 3:45 left to play here in this 3rd quarter. It's moving kind of quick.
Yeah, they're playing into our hands by burning the clock up.
Sure are. Same set as last time. 3 to the right, 1 to the left, 1 lone running back. And Taylor passes onto the sidelines to Braxton. And Braxton will get into Kahok territory, but he's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Comanches.
Well, again, Comanches get by our first level. Credit our safety, Darren Pinnell, number 5, Collinsville's quarterback. He's a pretty darn good safety as well. And he comes up and closes the door on Cahokia.
Well, that's what he was being scouted for college, was the defensive back cornerback positions.
I think he would have to play cornerback with his size, maybe safety. I mean, he's pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. 3rd down and 3 for Cahokia. Ball on Collinsville's 49-yard line. 2:55 left to play here in this 3rd quarter. Taylor moves up and now will go under center. He'll take the snap and throw it again to Braxton, and Braxton will have a first down again. He'll get knocked out of bounds by Chase Reynolds, but that'll move the chains for Cahokia.
Yeah, again, Collinsville blitzes all their linebackers. We're really relying on our defensive backs, and they're doing such a good job because they miss a tackle, and it's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. So a fresh set of downs again for Cahokia. The Comanches scored the first touchdown of the game and have not scored since. They're trying to rectify that situation right here.
If they burn 3, 4, 5 minutes off the clock, I honestly wouldn't mind it.
Midget stands over the left shoulder of Taylor, and Taylor is going to tuck it and run with it again. Now he throws it while he's on the run, and off of the fingertips of the intended receiver with Pinnell doing the coverage, and that ball was intended for Donald Collier and went right off of Collier's hands.
Yeah, that's 2 great athletes just battling. I mean, that was a good ball. Collier dove. The ball was in his hands. Pinnell closes and just bats the ball out of his hands. That's you don't see that at the high school level, man. That's a collegiate-style play there.
2nd down and 10 for Cahokia. The incomplete pass stops the clock with 2:36 left to play here in this 3rd quarter. Over here on this side is Stephon Moore as a wide receiver. 2 more on the far side. And once again, Holman is the lone running back. And here is the snap and a throw and a catch by Braxton. And Braxton breaks out of a tackle. And then the whole Collinsville Kahok defense is there to push him back to make sure he doesn't get the first down. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, Braxton took a couple big hits, and he just kept on going. That, what's he go? Number 4. He's 5'8", 165. I mean, he's a small fella, and but he's got a motor.
Looks like Cahokia is
going favorable spot here.
Looks like they're going for these really short 4 or 5 yard passes over the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 1 for Cahokia. Again, 2 wide receivers on the left, 2 wide receivers on the right. Under center is Taylor, and somebody moved early.
You would think, but they let it go. That's
no
crazy.
Flags.
Defensive coordinator for Collinsville is going nuts, and I don't blame him. That was weird.
Yeah, it was, and I don't think he got to the marker that he needed either. So it's going to bring up a 4th down and a long one to go here for a first.
What a strange play.
Well, look like they set that ball right on that yard marker, and they're going to, are they going to measure? No, they're going to just call it a 1st down.
I don't know. Oh, well. Here we go. Run the clock.
Right.
Wind the clock. Come on.
91 seconds left to play here in this 3rd quarter. Collinsville leading 28-6. Winner of this game will pick up their 5th win of the season with 1 game left and become playoff eligible. Again, same formation for Cahokia. 2 on the right, 2 on the left. That's your wide receivers. 1 lone running back stands over the right shoulder of Taylor. Collinsville moved, and there's the 1st down. Or, excuse me, 5 yards.
Another hard count by Cahokia. Collinsville's number 74.
False start on the Kahok.
Cordell Kaufman.
Yep, he jumped.
Jumps off sides.
He's a big kid. You wouldn't mitch him jump.
It's not what you want, but not a terribly costly penalty.
1st down and 5 now for Cahokia. They need to get to Collinsville's 23-yard line for a 1st down. Split backs now on either side of Taylor. Here's the snap, and the handoff is going to go to Midget. Midget jumps across the line of scrimmage, and he'll be brought down after he picks up a 1st down at the Kahok 19-yard line.
Nice run by Midget. They run right up the interior. Collinsville does a good job of linebackers filling, and that lets the clock. Right now, if we can just keep the clock running, we're in good shape.
Yeah, but it wouldn't hurt to put some more points up when you have the ball offensively. Collinsville has only had the 1 touch so far here in this 3rd quarter, and they went 3 and out. Here is Taylor. He's back to pass. He's being flushed out of the pocket. He throws a wobbler as he was having his jersey tugged on from behind by Devin Habermill, and that caused that little flutter pass to go over everyone's head.
Yeah, Habermill got a hand on the quarterback and really interfered with the pass. But again, our backs had nice coverage. Not many receivers, no receivers open for Cahokia. That will stop the clock. Set up a 2nd and 10 from Cahokia's almost 20. 19-yard line.
31.8 seconds to go on the Kahok 19-yard line. 2nd down and 10 for Cahokia. They can get a 1st down at the Kahok 9-yard line as they break out of formation. 2 wide receivers on the far side. One of those is Backstrom. The other one is Moore. One more over here on the near side. Split backfield once again. Here's the snap. Taylor back to pass. He's going to step up. He's going to get pulled down from behind again by Habermill, and he was lucky to get back up to the 20-yard line. That's going to be a loss of about a half a yard on the play.
Yeah, D9 dozer Devin Habermill is just causing Cahokia's offensive line fits right now.
And I don't think that Cahokia is going to get another playoff here. They might. No, it looks like they're going to go ahead and concede, let the clock run down, and that is going to do it for quarter number 3. 4th quarter is here, and we'll be back to tell you all about the 4th quarter after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both. and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420.
Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, and Zach Roseman all back with you. Don't want to forget about Andy Sullins down there keeping track of our stats here tonight. He's part of the crew as well.
I would say we win the I'll sponsor the award for best booth crew.
Okay.
In the Metro East, and I'll give us the award. How
okay.
about that?
All right, cool.
Mark Cox says that in the morning. He says, winner of the prestigious Mark Cox Morning Show Award every year.
Every year. All right. It is 3rd down and 11 for Cahokia. They have the ball on Collinsville's 20-yard line. Split backs once again. On the right side is Holman. On the left side is Midget, and we have a stoppage in play.
A little confusion.
I
Not
don't
sure
know
what it is.
Oh, the referee wasn't in the right spot. We had to wait for him to get back here. Now we're ready to go. 3rd down and 11 for Cahokia. Taylor in shotgun. Has 2 wide receivers over here on the near, 1 on the far. High snap. Taken by Taylor. Taylor steps up in the pocket. Now he's looking to run. He's going to go ahead and lateral, and he does so to Holman, and Holman will get taken down after a pickup of about 4 on the play, so that's going to bring up a 4th down and 6 for Cahokia.
Yeah, we'll take it. Anytime you get these athletes out in space and everybody stays home, you know, you stop the ball on the ground, you leave the clock running. Collinsville's in pretty good shape at this point, Todd.
Well, they're not going to punt, that's for sure. So we don't have to worry about that. All we have to do is stop the run or the pass, whatever the case may be. 4th down and about 6 to go for a first down.
Would think they would take a shot at the end zone, right?
6 or 7. I'd just try to get the first down if I was them, but, you know, that's why I'm up here in the booth. In shotgun once again is Taylor. He has Midget over his left shoulder, 3 wide receivers out there, and now Taylor, he's looking to throw. He does, and he incomplete pass. Collinsville is going to get the ball back.
Man, another great job by Collinsville's defensive back staying home. We dropped our linebackers that time to help out in the backfield, and that results in an incomplete pass and a turnover on downs. We'll see if Collinsville can chew up some clock here with 11 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
Well, Cahokia chewed up enough clock for us, so
they really did.
We'll see if Collinsville can do the same thing on their own.
I guess our defensive backs are playing so well they didn't have confidence in the air, so they were trying to bust a big play.
Yeah.
They do have athletes, but credit Collinsville's defense for shutting the door, and we'll see what our offense can do here.
Yeah, so that big 4th down pickup on the botched punt snap did not pay off for Cahokia like they would have hoped. Collinsville has 3 wide receivers over here on the near side, but they hand the ball off to McIntyre, and McIntyre rumbles his way across the 20 and gets taken down to 30. That's a first down, Collinsville.
Yeah, that's what McIntyre's been looking for. He's been stopped at 2 or 3 yards, a pop, but he's been staying in there, and he's a hard-nosed kid, and he was rewarded with a first down there.
That's what Collinsville wants to do right now. They would like to probably keep the ball on the ground as much as possible and let that clock run.
We got an official timeout for
Official timeout for what?
I don't know what for.
Looks like we have a
calling the trainer out, but we break the huddle. Nobody knows what's going on.
I don't see a hurt player unless somebody's bleeding, and that's what they're trying to take care of.
Yeah, that could be the case.
Is it going to be a
blood? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Is that Gordon over there? No,
yeah,
she's going
over to the referee.
Side judge.
Oh, is there somebody over there on that side that's hurt? I guess so. So we had to just call a timeout so Amanda Bauer could trot across the field. First down for Collinsville. Ball on their own 30-yard line. 3 wide receivers near, 1 far. McIntyre, the lone running back. And Pinnell and company look like they might want to change the play as they're just kind of standing around.
They're going to use the play clock.
That's what they're doing. Okay. Letting time chew up off that clock. And another handoff goes to McIntyre, and he'll try the left side once again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Yeah, Cahokia's defense does a good job of making a stand at the line of scrimmage. Their linebackers fill. Coach Delvin Cross is on the field.
I was wondering what he was doing. I'm like, where is he going? Looked like he was heading over to the concession stand. I'm like, maybe Delvin's hungry. The man can eat some food, that's for sure.
Oh, I've got head coach Brett Swipp, head baseball coach Brett Swipp's son, just joined us in the booth. How's it going, Micah?
Good.
Can you say hi to the people?
Hi, people.
Oh, one of the best little Kahok fans that we have around.
3 wide receivers over here on the near once again. And it's Pennell. He looked like he was going to throw it, but he got taken down, and they're going to call it an incomplete pass. His arm was going forward, so that'll stop the clock with 9:51 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Are we in the third quarter or we're in the fourth quarter?
Fourth quarter. The last thing Collinsville needs to do is turn the ball over right now.
Yeah.
Smile, Micah. Get in here, Todd.
There we go.
There you go, Micah. You're famous, buddy. Give me a high five.
Famous.
Thanks for coming up.
That red hair is going to make him famous all by itself.
Those Swips can kick out some gingers, man.
You
Let me
ain't
tell
kidding. You are not kidding. Want to, speaking of Brett Swip and the baseball team, I want to wish get well soon to Kent Oberkfell. His nephew told me that he's in the hospital dealing with some kidney problems, but everything is going well as far as treatment goes. So hopefully he'll bounce back and become better than ever as KJ Thorpe's Watt collects a pass and dives across the 45-yard line to the 46. That'll move the chains, and Collinsville picks up another first down.
Yeah, well wishes to Mr. Oberkfell, and sending love and prayers his way. Thanks for the heads up on that. KJ Thorpe's Watt makes a nice catch and run after catch. Looks like he's kind of hobbling off the field here.
Thoughts and prayers also go out to Peyton Blaylock and his family. I was shocked to see that his mom died.
Yeah, I agree.
I did not know she was sick, but apparently she was, and he kind of never let the cat out of the bag on that one, but she passed away a couple of days ago, and our thoughts and prayers are with the Blaylock family and their extended family as well.
Absolutely.
Fresh set of downs here for Collinsville as Pennell takes the snap. He rolls out to his right and throws the ball into the ground as he was being flushed out and didn't have anybody open to throw to.
Smart play by Darren Pennell. Looked like there was maybe a botch snap or something, some confusion in the backfield. But Darren just throws the ball down and keeps possession, and we'll see what Collinsville can do. They've got 2nd and 10 from their own 46.
All right, all you people waiting for a ride from your parents, call them now. I just love that announcement.
I agree.
2 wide receivers near, 1 far. And here's the snap, and McIntyre loses the ball. Cahokia, they're trying to pick it up, and I think they did after a couple of bobbles. And the Comanches are going to have another opportunity to put some points on the board here in the second half where no one right now wants to seem to score.
Cahokia recovers. McIntyre having a hard time hanging on to the football tonight, and that puts Collinsville's defense back on the field. And, you know, Collinsville's looking good, but now all of a sudden, you know, for Cahokia, they've got some belief, I guess. Let's say that. It's possible. 9
minutes left to play here in this fourth quarter, so there is time. As Cahokia trails by 22 points, they would need 3 touchdowns and at least 1 2-point conversion, but I don't think they have a kicker, so they'd probably go for 2 on all of them if they did manage to pick up 3 touchdowns. Here's hoping that doesn't happen. Back in shotgun is Taylor. Taylor has Midget over his shoulder, and he's going to come up throwing. He does so, and it's complete over to Backstrom over there on the far side. He's got a first down trying to fight for more, but he'll be pushed out of bounds over at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, good ball by Cahokia's quarterback, and they're really trying to use Backstrom. He showed us some speed, and that's going to be good for a Cahokia first down.
On the 25-yard line of Collinsville, so 25 more yards to go for pay dirt for Cahokia. Collinsville, of course, trying to stop them. They did last time they got down here this deep. See if they can do it again. 2 wide receivers come out, make that 3 now over here on this near side with Braxton as the slot receiver. Moore over there on the far side by himself. Midget, the lone running back. Here's the snap and a fake handoff to Midget and a throw over to Moore. Moore spins out of 1 tackle and then gets pushed out of bounds about 2 yards shy of where he needed to go for the first down.
Yeah, good ball on the out pattern. Smart play for number 2 Moore to get out of bounds to stop the clock. I mean, that's Cahokia's only shot if they can just keep the clock stopped, right? Collinsville wants to keep them in bounds. Of course, we don't want them to score, but we need that clock to run.
We do. Cahokia still has all 3 of their timeouts left. Both teams have all of their allotment of timeouts left. 8:18 left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Same formation, trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Now Midget goes to the left-hand shoulder of Taylor, and the throw is going to go to Moore again, and he got surprised by it. Still managed to bring it in with 1 hand, and he might just have enough for a first down.
I think he does. That was a really nice one-handed catch. Smart play call It looks like they're going to mark it short.
Just a little short, yeah. About a half a yard. So it's going to bring up third down.
I don't buy it.
Yeah, that's what the referee's telling. He's going over to the sideline saying, you got that far to go, Coach. Looks like about a foot.
Wow.
So a third down play here for Cahokia. I would not be surprised if Taylor just kept this ball and dove forward.
He wouldn't have to fall too far.
Nope. And he is going to take it a little off tackle there, and he'll get the first down. And why are they stopping the clock? He didn't go out of bounds. Oh, they got to move the chains. That's true. I always forget about that in high school.
Move them quickly.
Yeah. Referee tosses the ball back and says, wind that clock up.
Jeremy Hall over there on the chain gang.
Yeah.
You text him and tell him to speed it up.
Yeah. Hurry up. Get down there. All right, fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from the Kahok 13-yard line for Cahokia. Taylor in shotgun again. He's going to go back to pass. He is looking, and he is going to get taken down. Nice job. Quarterback sack, Devin Habermel.
Yes, sir. D9 Dozer. The quarterback was looking to take off. He had space. Habermel gets penetration and says, no, sir. Not having it. Big play by the junior Devin Habermel.
Devin Habermel came into tonight with 2 sacks. I believe he has 2 tonight, so he's up to 4 now.
Well, you know, the thing that Habermel brings is they have to double team him, right? Everybody knows on film. So he doesn't have as many sacks as maybe, you know, some of the state leaders, but he just creates havoc on the defensive side of the ball.
Loss of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 13 for Cahokia. Empty backfield. Here is Taylor. Rolls out to his left. Throws on the run. It's intercepted after a tip right into the hands of Jalik Nelson, and Collinsville back in business.
Baby, exactly what Collinsville needs. Nelson picks up his boy McIntyre and says, we'll take that ball back, fellas, and Collinsville is going to be coming the other way with a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, Taylor zipped that ball to his receiver. It bounced right off of his shoulder pad and right into the chest of Nelson, and Collinsville will start 1st and 10 from their own 15.
Man, that's a big play. Credit Nelson for having the sure hands to haul that ball in and retain possession. So here comes Collinsville from their own 17-yard line, 16 and a half, 16.
Somewhere down there.
Yeah.
3 wide receivers over on the left side of the formation. And it's going to be a handoff again to McIntyre. McIntyre gets into a swarm of white and blue belonging to Cahokia, but he'll pick up about 3 on the play. So positive yardage, and it keeps the clock running.
Well, and I love the play call out of Collinsville's coaching staff because McIntyre fumbles last time, right? And you just give him the ball right back. You say, we believe in you, no big deal.
Yeah.
And he turns it into positive yardage while the clock runs.
Yep. Like to see the clock move and keep on moving. That was actually Zay Norton, though, wasn't it? I don't see McIntyre out there.
Oh, that was Zay?
Yeah.
Oh, baby. I thought that was McIntyre.
Yeah,
sure.
me too. I haven't seen Zay out there in an offensive play since, well, he had a couple in that Marion game once it was all said and done. Man in motion. Handoff's going to go to Norton, and Norton will be pushed up the middle, and he'll get more positive yardage. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 for the Cahawks. They need to get to the 26-yard line for a 1st down. Right now they're about 3 yards shy of that.
Yeah,
now
here
Ryan,
comes McIntyre.
Yeah, McIntyre comes back in.
Zay Norton runs over a few Comanche defenders to turn that into positive yardage, and Collinsville is going to use up every bit of this play clock. 20 seconds left there.
Norton's got a little bit more heft than McIntyre does. He can bowl over people a little more.
That's an understatement.
Yeah. 2 wide receivers on both sides of this formation. McIntyre back in there, stands over the right-hand shoulder of Darren Pinnell. Clock, 5:30 left to play, and there's a free 5 yards, and that's going to be a free 1st down. Collinsville only needed 3, got 5 on the offside play.
Collinsville goes with a hard count, catches Cahokia, trying to stop us short. And, man, with where our clock is right now, that is a costly penalty.
Sure is.
Out of Cahokia. Collinsville retains possession and doesn't turn the ball over. And, you know, they can write their own story here at this point.
Yeah. Pinnell trots in from the sideline after getting the play from Colton Rhodes. He's ready to go. Cahawks break huddle. Clock continues to move. 5:15 left to play here in this 4th quarter. 2 wide receivers on the far. KJ Thorpe's Watt over here by himself on the near side. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to McIntyre. He's got some room. He's got a first down. He's heading toward midfield, and he's into Cahokia territory at the Comanches' 49-yard line.
Nice run by McIntyre. He got through the first level, kicked on the afterburners, and that's good for some serious positive yardage for the senior running back, Ryan McIntyre.
Yeah, and the clock continues to move. We're into enemy territory, and the Cayhawks methodically taking their time as they are chewing up all the clock they can.
Yeah, and that also causes the Cahokia defense to just kind of stand around, right? It doesn't allow them to get any grit or momentum.
Rogers Parrott in the slot over on the far side. KJ over here on this near side. McIntyre again, the lone running back. You got Habermill in there at the tight end position, but they're going to use him as a blocker. And right behind Habermill goes McIntyre, and McIntyre is going to pick up about 5 yards, so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 5, and the clock continues to move. 4:15 left.
I think everybody in the stadium knew exactly what was going to happen there, right? You have Habermill over here as the lead back, and you give the ball to McIntyre, keep the clock running. There's just nothing that the Comanches can do about it at this point.
2nd down and 5 to go. We're under 4 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter. Gordon is the lone wide receiver on the far side now, as you have Rogers Parrott and Thorpe's Watt over here on this near side. But you know who's going to get the ball. Either it's going to be a keeper or they're going to give it to McIntyre, and they give it to McIntyre, and he's got another 1st down.
Man, just putting the game here at the end on McIntyre's shoulders, right? And he's doing a good job of hitting his hole. He's getting yardage. He's getting 1st downs, and things are looking a little more bleak here for the Comanches. Cayhawks doing a great job of maintaining possession and using the clock.
Give me an update on that Triad game whenever you got a chance. Woo! 51-0? Man, Triad, 51-0.
So that'll put Triad and Collinsville in a must-win position next week to guarantee a playoff spot, right?
I believe so. Triad came into the game tonight at 4-3 also, so both teams will, if this holds, and I'm sure the 51-0 score will, both teams will be 5-3 and looking to definitely secure a playoff berth with a 6th win next week.
Yeah, that'll be a intense game, right? Yeah. Collinsville Triad, a little rivalry. A lot of those guys know each other. They're both in a must-win, and there'll be some energy here at Cahock Stadium next Friday night, so come on out, folks.
Loss on that play, so 2nd down and 12 for Collinsville, but the clock is in the Cayhawks' favor as we are down to 2.5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. 2 wide receivers on the far, 1 over here on the near. And Pinnell and McIntyre are the 2 in the backfield. In shotgun is Pinnell. He takes the snap, and he's going to keep this one. He'll get to the line of scrimmage, and then he'll get bounced back. He'll pick up a yard, but that's going to leave Collinsville with a 3rd and 11.
Yeah, 3rd and 11. They're going to burn the clock down to 1:20 here.
Yeah,
and I just assumed Darren
I guess Cahokia's conceded because they're not using any timeouts.
Yeah, it's over. I mean, they had the chance when we turned the ball over, right? Like they had to score and then maybe onside kick or get another turnover. But at this point in time, you just want to send anybody or everybody into the locker room safe without injury, right? And look forward to next week.
Next week, Cahokia returns home to take on O'Fallon. O'Fallon came into tonight's contest with a record of 3-4, so they needed a win tonight and a win next week in order to become playoff eligible. As the whistle blows, it's gain of 1 on the play, so it's going to bring up a 4th down and 9. But we are approaching 1 minute to go, 1:15 to be exact.
Collinsville gets a 1st down on this last play, and the game will be over. If they do not get a 1st down, Cahokia will have a little time on the clock.
Not much, though, because we hit 1 minute right now, and Collinsville has got 18 seconds to get this playoff. So by the time we get done with this play, even if we don't pick up a 1st down, there's only going to be about a half a minute left.
I think I'd almost take the ball and just run backwards.
Yeah. Yeah, just run around with it.
Right, yeah, right.
Yeah. Here's Pinnell. He's going to go back to pass. He's going to launch one toward the end zone. He's got KJ open, and KJ all the way down to the 3-yard line. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 8-yard line, and that'll stop the clock with 39.8 seconds left. And really, all you need to do is kneel on the ball.
What a ball by senior quarterback Darren Pennell into double coverage. Thorpe's Watt goes up in the air, receives the ball, hauls it in, and that should put a nail in the coffin here.
Well, I'll have to do 2 plays because the clock stopped after he was knocked out or after he stepped out of bounds. So Collinsville will have to do at least 2 snaps here, and they're going to get into the victory formation. And Darren Pennell will kneel on the ball twice, and then this game will come to an end. There's the snap. There's the kneel down, and the play clock resets at 40. The game clock is at 35, so no more plays need to be ran, and Collinsville will improve to 5-3 on the year, and they will drop the Cahokia Comanches down to 4-4. Now Cahokia needs a win next week against O'Fallon to become playoff eligible themselves. Collinsville playoff eligible for the 3rd straight year.
Man, what a deal here. What a turnaround in the culture and the records and the energy for Collinsville Kahok football. Congratulations to Colton Rhodes, and hope you all come out or tune in next week against what's inevitably going to be an exciting game against Triad.
You got it, buddy. All right, Dr. Chris, thank you very much for being here. We appreciate you.
Thanks for having us. We'll look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, that is Dr. Chris McCluskey. My name is Todd Duke. Time now for the postgame show, brought to you by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, served up daily by great people at LC's Pub. You want to give them a call? Go ahead and do that for carryout orders at 618-855-9007, or you can join me here in about 25 minutes or so. I'll be over there at 605 North Main Street. That is LC's Pub, and the postgame show starts right after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KayokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
And once again, we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium and the LC's Pub post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville wins this one tonight 28-6. Offensive coordinator Drew Cordes joins us. Congratulations, Coach, the third year in a row that your football team is playoff eligible.
We are playoff eligible for sure, but like I said last week, that was week 1 of the playoffs. Today was week 2, and now we're on to week 3. I mean, you go 3-3, you can't guarantee anything, so you got to win every game to make sure you're 6-3 by the end of the year and really lock in that spot. And, you know, just having that mindset of everything's must win, everything's got to be perfect. I mean, it's 2 weeks in, and we've looked pretty darn good in the past 2 weeks.
Kind of a strange game. All the scoring took place in the first half.
Yeah, it was a little different. I don't know why. I mean, we had our plays. Our defense stepped up a lot in that first half, especially that second quarter. And like, we were moving the ball early, had a couple things. We weren't making the plays. I mean, again, you know, we dropped a couple passes when we need to get them, when we need to catch them, get the big plays, and then all of a sudden that second quarter it flipped. We were making the big plays when we needed to, and that's when all the points happened. That's been the mantra all year. You know, when we make the plays that we have to make, we're a pretty good football team. When we do something that we're not supposed to do, like miss a block, drop a pass, get a penalty, that's whenever we fall behind the chains, and that's when we stall out.
You guys spread the ball out pretty well, man. I think a different person scored each touchdown.
That is one thing that we do well is we got a quarterback that really finds the matchup that he likes the best, and we'll call the play, but 2 of those touchdowns were just, hey, I think the one to KJ was a audible, and then the one that we called, it was Chase, I think. Yeah, Chase caught that touchdown up the middle of the field, and you know, we saw that they changed up the coverage. They went man, and we saw that from the sideline. We called it, and he knew exactly what to do with the ball. And you know, there's not really one person to focus on like it's been in the past couple of years. I mean, we've had Jerry, and he's been running the ball. That was a focal point of our offense. We don't have a focal point of our offense. We're just able to do whatever we want, whenever we want. We just have to execute every play.
Yeah, and speaking of Chase Reynolds, man, I was so disappointed when that flag came down on that pick 6, man. I wanted that for him.
He has just done everything. He's like a Swiss Army knife. I mean, he's been, dare I say it, he's just like number 1 from last year.
Yeah.
I mean, that jersey must have something that comes with it. You know, you can get him the ball in the field, and he's going to run it. He can go catch some passes. He's going to hit somebody. He's going to get some interceptions, get the ball in number 1's hands, and he does a lot of good things. And I'm real happy for that kid because, I mean, coming in here, we knew he had a decent sophomore season from stepping up and just a depth role to being a key piece to our defense last year, to saying, hey, we need you to do a lot on offense and defense. And I don't think he really comes off the field much. And he does a really good job out there. So, yeah, he's a huge part of this team.
One of the unsung heroes, man. How nice is it to have a kicker like Nick Shantz that can make those extra points for you? He went 7 for 7 last week, 4 for 4 this week. I think he's 30 of 32 for the year. That's huge.
Yeah, Nick's been awesome. Me and him have a little joke every week, and he's saying, come on, man, you got to be 100%, and you'd be tied first in the nation. Well, when he lost those 2 earlier in the year, he actually come to me earlier. He's like, Coach, I'm 4th in the state. And his percentage, and now he was at 92%, and now he's probably 94 or something. And, you know, that's big because you get a team that like this that goes for 2 that they don't kick. I mean, it's 6-6. We don't get that. They get a little bit of momentum. They're like, okay, we're not down. We're going to go score, and then we make it 14-6. The pressure's back on them. You go up 7-6. It's like, I know it's just 1 point, but now we have to score to to win. We can't just hold them at 6 anymore. So it's really big having that kicking game in there.
All right, man. On to the next game, which is Triad, and we know that they're not the same Triad Knights that they were the previous 25 years under Coach Basler. They're more of a throwing team now, and they mix it up a lot.
It seems like they're trying to adapt more to the 2020 style of playing football. Get it out to your athletes, let them make plays, and I mean, we're going to come prepared. I know that our defense is going to do what they got to do. Our coaches are going to get our defense ready to play. I know that. Offensively, we just got to keep doing what we're doing. Coming back these last 2 weeks, 57 and then 28, just like this, we got to put another, 5-6 touchdown game on them. And I think we'll be all right. We just got to come out. We got to execute. We got to make plays. Got to have a good week of practice. And we're on to week 3. I know it says week 9, but
I know.
Week 3, lock it in, get to that playoff, and you never know what's going to happen.
Thanks for the visit, man. We'll see you at LC's here soon.
Yep.
All right, that is Drew Cordes, the offensive coordinator for your Collinsville Cahawks, as the Cahawks win here tonight and become playoff eligible. 28-6 is the final score. And big thank you to everybody involved. Coach Colton Rhodes, he joined us for the pregame show. Coach Drew Cordes joining us for the postgame show. My counterpart on the other microphone, Dr. Chris McCluskey. A big thank you to Zach Roseman coming in and running the camera, and Andy Sullins taking care of the stats for us. We'll be back in your ear and in your living room or in your phone or wherever on Monday. It's senior night for your Lady Kahok volleyball team. They'll be over at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium taking on the team from Litchfield, and we'll be over there to cover that for you somewhere around 5:40 with pregame, and 6 o'clock is the scheduled start, or whenever the JV game ends. So until then, my name is Todd Duke. Everybody have yourselves a fantastic weekend.